Glad to have you along. We're just a couple minutes away from the opening kick. Kickoff sponsor is brought to us by Prime Building Components. We appreciate those folks handling those responsibilities as we're wrapping up the Jake and Dorothy's pregame show. Stephenville did not win the toss. Denton did. Denton elected to defer. Stephenville said we want the football. So Stephenville will start on offense as back deep for the Jackets go Hunter, Cardwell, and Briles. Evatt will be the dealer. He'll stand somewhere around the 20 by the time Denton gets ready to kick off.
And Boots, I think this says what Denton has been saying all week long. We like our defense. We like our chances on defense. We're going to make Stephenville play offense first and show you what we've got on defense. And I mean, if you're going to brag about it, you might as well now walk the walk. You've talked the talk. Let's see if they can back it up here in the first part of this football game. And boy, the Denton fans, they're not many, but they're excited, and these players are too. This is a game I think everybody's waited for a long time.
Getting ready to kick off for the Broncos. Number 26, Zach Tillman. Well, check that. He is the up man. 15, Stephen Jennings is the kicker. And we are underway. High. Kick will be taken by Gunn at the 20. Gunn comes up to the 25, finds the seam across the 30, 35, 40, across up to midfield. Knocked off his feet at the 47-yard line in Bronco territory. 35 yards on the return.
Nice return for Gunn as he took it and really, Boots, it looked to me like the defense just kind of ran past him. I mean, he stopped a minute. It was almost as if they thought they were going to maybe possibly try to, do the handoff there, but Gunn didn't waste any time.
Luker is under center, sends Carwell in motion. Throwing out the flats to Carwell. The pass is way behind Carwell. It is
There's a late hit. A late hit by Morgan, too, Boots. I mean, real late. Let's see. Oh, we've got a Stephenville player hurt, Boots, on the first play.
Down on the 50-yard line.
And whoever it is in a lot of pain down there on the field, right at the 50-yard line.
Well, laying right on his belly.
Is it Haney?
Cannot tell who it is from this angle. I don't see a 58 on the sideline.
Let me look through the glasses.
They've rolled the gentleman over on his back.
That was a pass that was thrown behind Cardwell. That real quick flanker screen out there, Boots, and that was a late hit by Morgan. I'm surprised the coaches from Stephenville immediately hollered at it because Cody was on the ground. He didn't have the ball, and Morgan just drove his shoulder into his back. And I really am surprised they didn't throw a flag. Official looking right at it.
Stephenville is the visiting team, but did receive the home side of the stadium to accommodate Stephenville's fans. So Stephenville is in there all white. Denton is in the purple tops with gold headgear and gold pants.
Denton coaches are already hollering at the official about something, and it may be that the Stephenville coaching staff is out on the field talking to his players.
Well, they are still working on the player on the 50-yard line. Let's take a break. We're just underway here in the Nations Bank first quarter. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Welcome back to Pennington Field.
We come here on a glorious quest. Search for that which can be found nowhere else. Where? In the trenches where mighty men clash? Amidst the echoes of glories past? High atop Olympus? Oh, this is our quest. This is what football is all about. This is the day. Now all I gotta do is find that nacho guy.
Welcome back to Pennington Field. They have brought the stretcher out onto the field. If you're just joining us on the first play of the game, Stephenville threw a flanker screen pass out in the near flats to Cody Cardwell. He did. It was incomplete. It was thrown behind him. And as everything cleared, we look back and laying right on the 50-yard line, one of the Stephenville players. They have brought the stretcher out as a precautionary measure. And it is, we have not been able to actually identify the player as of yet. And so I don't want to do that until we know for sure. are going to put the board on him just to, just to make sure. And again, this is a precautionary thing. Same thing that you see week in and week out. We saw that again last week in the Andrews game. By the way, that young man was fine. They are going to put the Stephenville player on the board. He's laying on his back. They did roll him over, and then again, as a precautionary measure, I noticed they were working around the neck area, Boots, and I'm sure he felt some pain there, and so they said, all right, that's it. That's as far as we go. We put him on the board. We brace him. We tape everything down, make sure no movement is. And this is one of the great things that has come along in sports medicine in the last few years. They just don't take any chances, no matter what it is. Obviously.
Well, they had his helmet immediately stabilized. Did one of the trainers sitting behind Haney, and you're saying that's really where they're working. You've talked about on the neck area.
Yes, Dr. Evans as Steve told you, is out there along with Colin Chillilaw, and of course now the EMTs have joined in as they brought the stretcher out, the backboard, if you will. And of course, you never like to see anything remotely like this at any level, Boots. We saw it last week in the Andrews game. Again, we mentioned that a moment ago. That young man was fine again. It was just a precautionary thing, and I know that is exactly what they're doing here.
Well, they are now lifting him up and putting him on the stretcher. He is completely strapped down, as you said, to keep any movement from occurring.
He is stabilized now. They're strapping him down. He's on the backboard, and now he is on the stretcher, and they're going to that way they can roll him out. And of course, you're thinking, why don't they bring the ambulance? Well, on that artificial turf, it's just as smooth there as they roll him across that turf.
Well, this has given a really, really bizarre lull to this game right now, and it's a situation where Stephenville had a lot of excitement on the opening drive because the kick was returned into Denton territory, an incomplete pass on the first play, and Derek Haney is carted off, and the gentleman standing next to Derek holds his thumb up in the air.
Is that Derek's dad,
or is that from the Cross Timbers Orthopedic office?
Oh yes, it sure is. I'm sorry, I see now. I thought I saw Derek's parents down there earlier.
Well, they have just now gotten.
Please come to the community room, top of floor P2.
Derek over to the ambulance on the near corner, and we're about ready to get underway here back again. 11:46 as the Jackets bring the ball up to the line. Split receivers both sides. Luker is under center. One back standing behind him. It's Evan coming to the near side in motion. Luker under center looking to throw. Still looking. Now pump fakes over the top of everyone's head. Luker just threw that one away as Cardwell was bumped at the line and then got secondary help to roll over on top of him. So it was a double team on top of Cardwell. Goes for no yardage. It'll be 3rd and 10 for the Jackets.
So Luker comes out 0 for 2, and again, you're right, Boots. He just threw that one away. We will get with Steve Ross here in just a moment, and we'll get an update on the injured Stephenville player for you in just a moment when he's had a time to talk to the train staff.
3rd down and 10 for the Jackets. Luker rolling out to the near side, setting up, looking. Now throwing out the flats has Evitt way over the head of Evitt, and Evitt takes a huge hit back at the 26-yard line by Quentin Morgan, and so far early in the game on 3 straight throws, Kellen Luker has not looked sharp.
Well, it's not so much that he didn't look that sharp. Again, he threw one of them away. One of them was behind. That one was a little tall, but that would have been a forced pass. They just had good coverage that time, Boots.
4th down for the Jackets. Stephenville will get ready to punt. Evitt is in punt formation. From the same formation, we saw Stephenville run the fake last week. Back deep for the Broncos to return is number 30, Tony Love. Snap back to Evitt. Kick is away. High, wobbly kick that will hit it about the 15 to the 10 to the 5. It'll be going barely into the end zone. Not able to get enough touch on the ball to keep it inside the play of field. It would go to the end zone. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Broncos at their own 20-yard line. 47 yards on the kick. Let's go down to Steve Ross.
All right, let's go down to Steve Ross now. Steve?
All right, John, we have a Cross Timbers Orthopedics injury update on Derek Haney. Dr. Evans from Cross Timbers Orthopedics has gone with Derek to ATV Hospital. The bad news is it looks like a neck injury. The good news is there's no numbness or tingling right now. There is a lot of pain in his neck right below the helmet. They're taking every precaution discussion with him right now. It's a little early to get an indication, but we'll get one as soon as we can.
Quentin Morgan on the keeper. The ball is loose. It's fumbled. And Stephenville has gotten on the football at the 27-yard line. B.J. Mercer was the one that got on top of it.
Big time hit, Boots. I didn't see who it was from the backside. It might have been Hodges, but
check that. It was Mr. Gunn that
Brady
came up
Gunn.
with the football.
So 2 big plays early for Brady Gunn, and Quentin Morgan was the one who put the big hit on Evan on 3rd down a moment ago and was kind of hollering and screaming and dancing around. Well, he just got a big shot put on him, and well, he gets to go back and play defense again.
We'll review about Haney if you did not hear the call from Steve right then. Luker under center. Giving the ball on the left side is Hunter. Hunter around the corner, 25, gets down to about the 21-yard line, a pickup of about 6 on the play. Steve said that the news is that there is some pain in the neck for Mr. Haney just below the helmet. A lot of pain, but there is not numbness through his body, and that is a very positive sign.
That's outstanding news. As I look out the press box window, Derek Haney just now leaving in the ambulance, and we will get a report soon on him.
H.E.B. Harris Methodist Hospital is very close to this stadium. Now Luker rolling out, setting up, has Cardwell in the flat, 10, 5, touchdown, wide open on the play. Luker to Cardwell. Stephenville draws first.
Oh my goodness, Boots. And the coaches for Denton are furious. And why wouldn't they be? That was a great big play. We just took 2 guys completely out of the play, and they're great when you get away with them.
Just like we scored the 2-point conversion against Waxahachie and the one against Lamarck in the Astrodome. Whenever you can get the corners out of the way, however you do it, it's nice to clear that back.
Brother, I'm telling you, they got picked off clean. That was a great big play.
All right, Jackets getting ready for the extra point. Kill with the snap, Steed with the hold, Boren away. Snap back, hold down. JW's kick is up, and it is good. With 10:45 to go in the Nations Bank first quarter, our score, Stephenville 7, Denton nothing. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
There's a new star in town, Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury. Come see the difference for yourself. New owners, anxious to win your business with the best possible deals. New hours, open weekdays till 7 and now open Saturday till 6. And most of all, new attitude. You'll love dealing with the friendly people at Techstar. If you don't buy from us, it won't be because of the price. Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury, Stephenville.
Hi, I'm Tim with Greenmaker Nursery. No landscaping job is too small or too big. From bedding plants to trees and shrubs, we can make your home more beautiful. Stop by or give us a call.
The Denton coaching staff still talking to the referees over there, not real happy about the way Cody Cardwell got open on that last play.
Well, and it's about time, Boots. We had a turnover that led to some points. That scoring drive, only 2 plays, 27 yards, of course, after the fumble on first down by Morgan. Luker to Cardwell on the 22-yard pass, PAT good. Stephenville on top 7-0. That scoring summary brought to you by Walmart Vision Center.
High. Pooch kick coming to the near sideline will be fair caught at the 24-yard line by Tony Love.
Well, and Boots, I think, I guess you could say, well, earlier on the opening kickoff when Gunn made that big return, I guess you could say they were kind of pooching it as well, correct? Isn't that what you would call that?
I think they're trying to kick it high enough so they don't get it back to the dealer, so Steamville's not able to run the starburst. Hey, look what Pennington Field just gave me. Look at that medallion.
Yeah, gold medal medallion.
Got my name on it, Pennington Field, KSTV Radio.
Well, it ought to be as many times as we've been up here.
How about that?
You got residency.
Quentin Morgan running the bone, little motion along the line, and I believe the right tackle for the Broncos, that is Jonathan Mills, 65, fired out a little bit quick.
Yeah, he pulled out. You're right there. We're trying to run a little inside trap, and there's the 5-yard penalty. So 2 offensive plays for the Broncos. One is a fumble that led to a touchdown, and one is a false start. That's not the way I'm sure the coaching staff from Denton wanted this game to start.
Well, and you're probably thinking this Denton Bronco team is going to have some jitters.
Oh, yeah.
Being the playoff game, they haven't been there in a few years, especially since the high schools have split.
Well, they didn't talk like they had jitters.
Well, they may just talk the talk. All right, under center is Quentin, giving the ball straight ahead. No Morgan on a keeper. He'll be wrapped up at the 25-yard line. He'll get about 4 of the 5 yards lost on the penalty the previous play, so it'll be 2nd down and 11. Justin Monk came up from his linebacker position to make the stop.
Boots, we talked about the 5-2 they're going to run, and Guardside starting out here at the nose. He just took on the center, threw him to the ground, Boots, and you talked about the fake to the fullback. Guardside went ahead and tackled him anyway. It would have been no game there.
Jackets going with an even 52 defense, 5 down linemen with the nose guard, the 2 backers. Giving over the left side, getting a little bit of a seam now, escapes to the 30 and to the 34-yard line. Running back on the play was Clint. Was it Metcalf?
No, actually, I think that was it 22.
If it's 22, it's Ian Gaines.
Yeah, it was Ian Gaines, I believe, is who that was, Boots.
Well, it was either Metcalf or Gaines.
Yeah, it was Gaines.
So it'll set up 3rd down and 1 for the Broncos at the 34. They need to get across the 35, almost to the 36.
And this is a big 3rd down here if they can hold them for no gain, and that's about what it's going to take.
All right, 3rd down for the Broncos. Wishbone look behind Morgan under center. Giving to the second back through. He's stacked up for a 2-yard loss. Back at the 33-yard line. It'll set up 4th down and a long 2.
And Boots, look who it is as they umpile. Did you notice he tripped over somebody? Reason being, Guardside. Guardside just destroyed that play. And not only did he destroy it, he destroyed it 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. He took the center and the fullback out of the play, and the running back just tripped over all 3 of those players.
Well, 32, Nathan Flanagan is the one that's been carrying the ball. That's who we've been seeing. He is not listed in any of our scatter reports. It's not Metcalf or Gaines. Punt, spiraling kick is away. Will be taken by Carwell at the 25. He'll reverse his field, get inside the 35 to the 36-yard line. It was actually the 30 where he took the return. 38 yards on the kick. Good field position for the Jackets at their own 36-yard line.
Well, 3 and out. That's what you want after a team turns over the ball to you, Boots, and then you go right to score on it in 2 plays. You want to get the ball back. Remember, Denton wanted to play defense early, and they did a pretty good job. They held Stephenville to 3 and out. Stephenville punted. A great punt, by the way. And then on the first play, fumbled, and Stephenville took it in for a touchdown after 2 plays.
Trips to the far side, twins to the near side. Luker in shotgun formation, standing up, looking, great protection. Throwing across the middle, caught by Steve at the 47-yard line. A pickup of 12 on the play. It'll be a 1st down.
That was Gaines defending, Boots, and he was just pedaling backwards, and Steve just ran the good route to the post. And what was the thing that made that successful? It was a good route, right? But he had all day to throw that football.
Can you tell? I'm not able to watch the defensive secondary. Are they manning up or are they zoning right now?
Well, I'll watch it. They're manned right now, and then they've got the free safety is just kind of roaming.
J.W. Boren very late out onto the field. Luker is under center as he sends Carwell back in motion to the near side. Pitch back to Carwell. Carwell looking for a seam across midfield down to the 48-yard line. A pickup on the play of 4. It'll set up 2nd down and 6. 8:08 and counting here in the Nations Bank first quarter. Stephenville 7, Denton nothing.
Again, Stephenville turning the ball over 4 times in the first half last week, Boots, as you remember, against Andrews, that led to 2 touchdowns. As I said a moment ago, it's about time that they got the trick turned their way. They know now that they want to score 2 or 3 touchdowns and get this team down early.
Luker is under center, 1 back behind him. Play action. Luker setting up, looking to throw, still looking. Now throwing out, finds Combs, and too far in front of Combs. Boy, Luker threw that one like a frozen rope, and it was just too much out in front of Combs, who was starting to clear.
Yeah, you could see again. They run that crisscross there at about 5 yards past the line of scrimmage, and drug AB, and they were covering AB. They had 2 guys covering him, but they let him run free. And you're right, he was just beginning to clear when the ball was just a little bit too far out in front of him.
Trips to the far side, 2 receivers near side. Carwell will go in motion toward the trips. Luker rolling that way in shotgun. Setting up, signs Carwell, caught, 1st down. Out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. A great play that had Carwell in motion. He goes down to the yardage necessary for the 1st down, finds a little hole in the seam, curls, and waits for Luker to get him the ball.
Well, you asked. They're just playing a little zone right now, Boots, and they're going to have to tighten it up a little bit. They talked all week long, and Coach Browse and his staff thought that they would be right in our face playing defense. They're playing a little soft right now, and you could see that play develop from up here easily. Cody just ran to a spot, turned around, Kellen hit him.
38-yard line is the first in Denton territory. Luker pitching to the near side, has great blocks for Hunter, gets to the outside, 35, 30, down to about the 27-yard line. Solid yardage that time for the Zach Rabbit.
And look who's up limping right now. Ian Gaines, you see him 22 at about the 25-yard line. That's because Jimmy Ferrasas just wiped him out at the 35-yard line. That was the corner you mentioned that Zach Hunter got, and Gaines really slow. In fact, they may take him out of the game. Let's see.
11 yards officially on the carry for Hunter.
Yep.
Is a first down. 2 carries for Hunter, 16 yards. He always has one big one a game. Luker is under center. Pitch to the far side is Hunter. Hunter tries to get to the corner. He's wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. Not near as successful as Denton had a stunt going the way of the sweep. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Now, you said 32 was who boots for them?
Flanagan, Nathan Flanagan. We did not see him on any of our scouting reports, or I did not.
Well, he's also playing defense boots. He was the one that knocked that play out. He took Ferrasas out, or Ferrasas had to block him, and Hunter just tripped over him laying on the ground as he went down.
Well, he's playing both ways, outside linebacker and tailback right now for the Broncos. Luker under center, 2nd and 10. Sends Evan in motion to the near side. Running the option straight ahead is Ferrasas. He will get about a yard. That'll be it. The ball will be spotted just outside the 26. It'll be 3rd down and 8 for the Jackets.
That's that play where they run Evan in motion to try to clear out the middle of the field and then just try to punch something right up the middle. Again, that just keeps the defense honest in the middle. And last couple of weeks, that play has not worked for big yardage, but Jimmy does get a couple there.
How it's worked last week against Andrews is that Luker would pull the ball out and
then
keep it around the corner. That time he elected to give. 3rd down, officially 9. Play action. Luker rolling out in some trouble. He'll be sacked all the way back to the 31-yard line. There was a cornerback blitz that time for the Broncos, and they were able to get on top of Luker all the way back at the 31. So this will be interesting as far as the field goal is concerned.
I think they'll go for it.
Because this may have knocked him out of field goal range with the big wind right now.
No, I don't think there's any doubt they go for it here. Well, Boren is on.
He is on, but he is probably in as a receiver. This would be about a 48-yarder into a little bit of a breeze, so the Jackets will go for it. Luker is in shotgun. The Jackets need 15. Ball spotted at the Denton 30. Luker setting up, looking, throwing deep. Has Carville open. Caught 5. Touchdown. Cody Carville split the defenders. Luker found him on 4th and 15. The Jackets extend 13-0. Extra point yet to come.
Well, you know, we do these plays of the game, Boots, and it would really sound bad if, while you're getting ready to say it, that I started talking, so I have to shut up. But I was just about to say, watch 25. They manned up, and they were right in his face, and the safety went to the other side of the field.
You could see him clear about 10 yards down the field that he had split the defensive backfield.
There was never any doubt that that was going to be a touchdown.
Getting set. Heel snap. Back to Steed. Hold down. J.W. Boren's kick is on the way. It is up, and it is good. 5:16 to go in the Nations Bank first quarter. Our score, Stephenville 14, Denton nothing. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Health-focused foods in the Bosque River Center can speed up your metabolism, burn fat, curb sugar cravings, and help shrink your appetite. New Xenadrine and Medicuts are 2 of the state-of-the-art diet products that work very quickly and cost less than $1 a day. These products are thermogenic formulas, which help the body shed unwanted pounds and inches the natural way. Come by and let us show you New Xenadrine and Medicuts. Health-focused foods in the Bosque River Center is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 7, Saturday, 9 to 6, and Sunday, 1 to 5.
Parenting is a constant learning process. What you have to do is prioritize.
Back in '88, Earl wanted to retire, spend more time with Tiger.
But Dad taught me.
I met an American Express financial advisor. Dave is a personal friend of mine to this day. We trust each other because we got a track record.
It's about making smarter decisions.
And that's when dreams can happen.
Call today to find out how we can help you reach your dreams.
Welcome back, Pennington Field. John Hollinger, Boots Elliott. Glad to have you along. Stephenville 14, Denton nothing. John, the last scoring drive.
9 plays, 65 yards. It only took 3 minutes and 24 seconds. Luker to Cardwell in that 31-yard pass. Bourne's PAT, good. 14-0, Stephenville. Scoring summary brought to you by River North Small Animal Hospital.
High end-over-end pooch kick will be fair caught at the 26-yard line by Tony Love. First and 10 for the Broncos at their own 27.
Well, I mean, you know, we talked when we went to break. It's crazy that they don't double team him, or at least if you're going to have a free safety, you know, play him on that side of the field. But when Stephenville shifted those twins to the far side, the safety rolled over with them, and then it was just man-to-man coverage and they had twins on the near side. And
Yeah, that's a smart coaching move.
Yeah, well, that's a bad choice by the safety, and I'm sure he has been informed about that.
Quentin Morgan in the option on a keeper will go to the outside, breaks containment, 30, 35 across the 40, 45 across midfield, 40, big run down and taken out by Browse and Harris at the 32-yard line. That time Clark Boone had containment, and Quentin Morgan gave him a fake to the inside, then took it to the outside, and Boone was not able to contain. The run will go 40 yards, and Denton has new life.
Yeah, or just like that, they're right back at you, and there's that speed. Pretty good speed for Kendall Browse as he ran him down from behind, Boots, and I thought Morgan was going to go all the way, and Browse caught him from behind at the 32-yard line.
Split receivers both sides, wing back on both sides, one back in the backfield. It is Metcalf. Coming the option near side, giving the ball straight ahead to the fullback. He will get to the 34, 2 yards is Metcalf. So it'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Broncos. Ball spotted at the Stephenville 30-yard line. Bank first quarter, 4:40 and counting.
Boots, in an option, the quarterback gets hit a lot, right?
Sure.
Well, Gilson followed the play out and, just kept driving on Morgan. Morgan slung him off of him and pushed him. The referee went over and spoke to Morgan, asked him not to do that.
Ball is loose on the ground. Big pile up at the 30-yard line. Morgan never got the snap from center. I believe he may have been the one that jumped back on top of it. Let's wait and see.
Actually, Boots, I think it was number 50, the left guard.
He or Morgan.
Yeah, they were right there, and Gilson almost had it.
Well, the ball is backed up just a little bit, so it's 3rd down and 8 now as Morgan never got the snap from center. 3rd and 8 for the Broncos at the Stephenville 30-yard line. Morgan under center, running the option, keeping the ball, now pitches out 30, inside the 25 to the 26 is actually the spot at the 25 where he went out of bounds. Who took the pitch on the far side? Number 3. Boy, they're bringing a lot of people. Jonathan Reed, another player we had not seen on the scouting report.
Yes, and just a great tackle by Mercer, and then Hodges assisted, and they drove him out of bounds short. I'm sure they'll go for it here on 4th and about 2.5, actually.
Ball is spotted right on the 25. They have to get inside the 23, almost to the 22-yard line for the 1st down. 4th and 3 for the Broncos. Morgan under center. Morgan on a keeper back at his 30. He's in some trouble. He'll be pulled down all the way back to the 31-yard line. Brady Gunn was not faked by the bootleg. A huge loss on the sack, and the ball will turn over on downs.
And that's a play, Boots, where a young man that has some speed doesn't have quite as much as he thought he had. He thought he could fake inside and then shoot around to the outside, and as you mentioned, Brady Gunn just came up and made the big, strong open field tackle.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Jackets at the 30-yard line, which is where the sack came down. Actually, officially on the play, a loss of 5 after the turnover. So it's now 1st and 10, Jackets at their own 30, leading 14-0. Carville comes in motion to the near side. Luker on a draw play, gets the ball to Hunter, trying to get to the outside. He does. 30, gets the corner, 35-40, 45-50, 45-40, tightrope walking down the sideline. Finally is knocked out of bounds. They'll say it back at the 46-yard line of Denton. But now it was funny to watch the Zach Rabbit try to stay on the sideline and just tippy-toe down the line. 32 yards on the carry, and every week, 23 yards on the carry. Zach gets some type of big run. He got another one right there. So on 4 carries now, 40 yards. That's about his average, isn't it, Johnny?
Yes, it is. And did you see that speed around the corner? Boy, he had 2 guys that had an angle on him. He just beat them to the corner.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Jackets at the Bronco 46-yard line. Luker under center, play action, setting up, looking to throw, still looking. Across the middle has Evan, just over his head. He was clearing and open at the 20-yard line. If Luker doesn't put quite as much on that one, Evan probably scores.
I'm sure Kellen Luker's looking downfield going, my gosh, there's another guy open. He's just a little pumped up. He needs to put just a little more air on him. He'll settle down here in a little bit, but you gotta love that as a quarterback. You have all day to throw, and then you look downfield, all your guys are 5 yards behind the defenders.
And they're close to scoring touchdowns, so it's not just completing a long pass. I'm going to get another TD on my passing mark.
4 of 9 for 76 yards for Kellen.
Luker under center, play action, giving the ball to Hunter. Hunter in a bunch of trouble on the draw, all the way back to the 48-yard line, loss of 2 on the play. It'll set up now 3rd down and 12.
Yeah, and Alvarado not able to make the block there, and that just, he had 2 guys to block and couldn't do it, and that's understandable. And they They just crashed the play there on the left side.
Dan Hurd, number 77, 6 foot, 255-pound junior. That big man inside was the one that caused most of the trouble. Trips to the far side, twins to the near side. Luker is in shotgun. He looks to Briles to signal in play. Now Kellen audibilizes at the line, awaiting the snap. Snap back to him, setting up. Some pressure. Gets the ball away. It's caught and it dropped. Oh, a defender crossed right in front of Evett before the ball got there. It made him lose concentration. The ball hit him right in the shoulder pads. Would have been enough for the first, but he, because of the loss of concentration, could not hang on to the ball, and it'll be 4th down.
Stephenville really wanted to, I don't know if they publicly said this, but they really wanted to try to score 21 points in the first quarter. They had their chance right there. May yet.
Evett getting set for the snap in punt formation. We'll see if he parts. High snap, but handled. Kick is away. Spiraling kick will be taken by Metcalf at the 20. Finds a little seam to the 25, out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Only 28 yards on the kick that time compared to the 47-yarder last time by Evett.
Yeah, and I think that Chris was trying to just position that ball, and he didn't get the hang time that he wanted. I think he was trying to knock it down maybe just inside the 20. He did get it to the 20.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Broncos at their own 28-yard line, trailing Stephenville 14-0 with 2:39 to go here in the Nations Bank first quarter. 1st and 10 as Morgan brings the Broncos to the line. Double wing-back look on both sides and one back in the backfield. Giving the ball, no. Quentin keeps it, now pitches it out to Flanagan. Flanagan across the 32 and run out of bounds at the 34-yard line. A pickup of about 6 on the play.
That time it was Gunn, Mercer, and Briles over there. Gunn just fought off the block of the defender. And did you notice, Boots, when he pitched that was almost behind. I mean, he caught it back on the backside of his body. That's a timing thing, obviously. Boy, they better be careful there. They do not want to turn the ball over again down their end of the field.
Actually, 7 on the carry. It's 2nd down and 3. A lot of confusion in the backfield, and at the 35-yard line, maybe even a loss. Well, actually, at the line of scrimmage, Flanagan handed straight ahead to Metcalf, his fullback, and the interior of that jacket defensive front just tackled Morgan, the quarterback, and Metcalf, the fullback, at the same time.
Well, and what happened, Boots, that was that play where, you stick it in his belly and then you bring it out. Well, Metcalf wouldn't give it back to him, and Gartside was there again. He's already made a number of plays there playing the nose guard.
3rd down and 3 for the Broncos, just outside the 35-yard line. Morgan on a keeper by himself will be stopped, and then he escapes. 40, 45, and then he is drilled at the 45-yard line by Gunn. It is enough for the 1st down. The Jackets had Morgan, the quarterback, stopped momentarily at the line of scrimmage, but he's very elusive, and he made a couple tacklers miss, gets the 1st down, and moves the ball out actually to the 46 of Denton.
That was just a great play there by Morgan, the quarterback. You're right. They had him stopped dead to rights and let him get away. And I'm sure that Coach Copeland is not going to be happy with that situation.
1:46, a timeout has been taken by Denton. We'll take one with them. 14-0 Stephenville. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
The single most important step in building any investment plan is getting started. If you have any questions about how to start or build an effective investment program, ask the investment representatives at Investment Centers of America. Whether you're thinking about an IRA, a small business plan, a retirement plan, or some financial issue, Investment Centers of America can help you find what fits you best. Investment Centers of America, Town and Country Bank Building, Stephenville. Investment Centers of America. We know the territory. Stihl has been building quality chainsaws since 1926. Bill's Lawnmower Shop has been providing quality power equipment service since 1966. For an experienced team that can provide excellent service and reliable chainsaws, look to Stihl and Bill's Lawnmower Shop.
Back to action a little quick. Morgan, a handoff to his fullback, Metcalf. He gets forward for 2 yards. It'll set up 2nd down and 8.
New quarterback in the game now, Boots. Morgan is out, number 7 for the Broncos now, quarterback.
Brandon Pinko, he is the man that quarterbacked most of the season before Morgan took over here in the last 3 to 4 games. Not near the runner that Morgan is, but a much better thrower. Pinko under center. Running the reverse to the near side to Gaines. Gaines looking for a little running room. He'll get across midfield into the 47-yard line. A pickup of about 4 on the play. It'll set up 3rd down and 3.
They handed the ball to Gaines, and he fumbled the ball, or juggled it, I guess I should say, for just a moment, Boots, and then got it back under control. It's a good thing for him that there wasn't any defender right in his face, because that ball would have been on the carpet easily.
3rd down and 3 for the Broncos. Ball sits at the 47. They need to get to the Stephenville 44-yard line with 39 seconds and counting in the Nations Bank first quarter. Stephenville 14, Denton nothing. Pinko under center, Metcalf the one back behind him. Pinko on a keeper will be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. It'll be no gain, and it'll be 4th down and 3.
That time it was Monk and Hodges. Hodges first one there, and then Monk, and they just double-teamed him, and he never had a chance. 4th down, I would think they would almost go to him. Do we need to go to Steve here in a minute?
Well, maybe Steve Ross will be listening. No, Steve's got this walkie-talkie in his pocket. He's too into the game right now. Does he get a talent fee for this?
Yeah, you don't think so.
4th down, and so the Broncos will be forced to punt, but that is the end of the first quarter. We'll have the punt at the start of the second quarter. Nations Bank first quarter ends. Stephenville 14, Denton nothing. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Hello, friends. This is Greg Bruner for Bruner Motors, sitting on top of my old friend Buck here. You may think this is a lot of bull, but I've got some specials that are no bull deals for you.
GM certified used cars and trucks which have gone through an extensive 110-point inspection and come standard with a 12-month or 12,000-mile factory bumper-to-bumper warranty.
On behalf of our 90 employees, come on down to any of our 3 locations for your no bull deal. And by the way, we appreciate your business.
Your friends at Brooks Real Estate want to kick off a winning season by teaming up with the real estate professionals at Brooks Real Estate, the strategy that sells. Call Brooks at 965-5051. Easter Air has become the name synonymous with excellence in Erath County. We recommend a checkup on your central heat and air unit every 6 months to keep it running at its best. Offering no interest financing on Lennox systems. Easter Air at 968-6494 or stop by at 1011 North Graham, Stephenville.
Tony Love's punt is away, hits at the 20, down to the 15, and rolls out of bounds somewhere along the 10-yard line. We're going to have to get Steve Ross at halftime to talk to the officials about giving us a full 60 seconds at the break. 36 yards on the punt.
All right, let's go down to Steve Ross now on the sideline if we can, Boots.
All right, Boots and John, the Yellow Jackets did just what they wanted to in the first quarter. They felt like getting a 14-0 lead would really have Denton hanging their heads early, and it's been great offensive and defensive execution on both sides of the ball.
Hey, ask him if he can get away from the band.
All right, thank you, Steve.
All righty, 1st and 10 for the Jackets at their own 10-yard line. Luker is under center, handing off to Ferrazis. Ferrazis busts his way out to the 15-yard line, a gain of 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 5.
He just got in behind Van Haddam and Jay Doty and just muscled their way for 5 yards. Boy, that is such a blessing that you can get, 3 to 5 yards right up the gut whenever you want it. And I know I've said this 100 times this year, but that's the thing that Stephenville has not had over the last couple of years, and they are really working it well right now.
2nd down and 5 for the Jackets at the 15-yard line. Once again, Luker is under center. Once again, hands the ball. No, Luker on a keeper across the 15 to the 20. Gets the 1st down out of bounds at the 23-yard line. He faked the give to Ferrazis, pulled it under, came around the near side, and they will actually spot him at the 24-yard line. A great pickup that time of about 9 yards.
Well, again, just good blocking. Doty left the game. Now he's coming back in, and now on that side it was Collier, Lilly, and then the wide receiver, and he just followed them around. Let's see. Yeah, now Doty's back in with Lilly, Collier, Van Haddam, and Alvarado.
Luker under center, play action. Luker setting up, still looking, throwing the deep ball downfield to Carwell. It's underthrown. He makes a great catch. Oh, what a catch. He makes it to the 30-yard line, going over 2 defenders, and you cannot appreciate enough how good a catch that is until you see it on film on Tuesday or Thursday. 46 yards. How in the world does he make that catch?
You remember the one last week against Andrews where the ball kind of held up in the wind? He came back and made it. Well, boy, that was defended well. The only problem was the defender stopped on the play. It went over his head, and as you said, Cody just used a great vertical, got off the ground, and boy, Denton's in trouble now.
I hope the Nothing But Sports production guys got the replay of that.
Oh, he's looking right at it.
That was an incredible catch. Luker now in shotgun, 1st and 10 at the Broncos 30. Inside trap goes to Hunter. Hunter inside the 30, trying to bounce to the outside. He gets away from one, maybe two tacklers, keeps his feet going and gets down to the 24-yard line. This right now is just a battle. Who wants it more? 6 yards for Hunter.
And I think number 10 wanted it more because, well, let's put it this way. He wanted it more than 3 guys in the other suit. So, and our statistician, Jay Cobb, said before the game, hey, it looks like Granberry coming out here. Their uniforms do kind of look like that.
And they're starting to play like them, too. Oh, I didn't see that.
I said it at the pep rally, and I apologize.
Well, that's no disrespect. It's just you're looking at a playoff team and one that's not right now. Luker under center, giving the ball. No, Luker on a keeper. Cuts inside, gets down to the 22-yard line.
Hold that ball up, boy.
So the gain will get to the 22-yard line, a gain of about 1.5 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 2.
Boy, I tell you, they have made it look easy. Really, Boots, since the 4th quarter of the Cleburne game, nobody has really stopped this offense. You know what? If you think back, we were behind in that Cleburne game.
Scored 17 unanswered 4th quarter points.
And since then, I mean, they have not looked back.
3rd down and a long one for the Jackets. Luker is under center. Pitch to the near side, Hunter. Hunter trying to get to the corner, gets to the 21. He will be just short of the yardage needed. It'll be 4th down and less than 1. And interesting, if you look back at that play, John, Kellen was under center, and there were split defensive tackles over him. There was not a nose guard, and it makes you wonder if he had gone with the quick snap and tried to bust forward, could he have gotten the 2 yards?
Yeah, really. Let's see. They're going to go with the big beef lineup now.
Ooh, look at all that.
McGann's in there, Collier, Lilly.
Keggins. It's 4th down and a long one, and Luker is under center. Straight ahead for Luker, he gets the 1st down. Down to the 19-yard line, that's what I was just talking about. They're running an even front on the line, and when it's short yardage needed and you have 2 defensive tackles lining up over your guards, it's pretty easy to split him as Luker gets 2 yards on the play.
That's twice today they've gone for it on 4th down. That time they made the needed yardage plus 1. Of course, you remember what happened the other time, the long touchdown pass to Cardwell for 31 yards.
8:40 and counting in the Cook Lumber 2nd quarter. Stephenville 14, Broncos nothing of Denton. Luker 1st and 10 at their own 18. Play action rolling out. Luker in some trouble. He escapes, throwing the ball deep over the head of O'Neal, and that time Kellen was just throwing the ball away. Toby may have been clearing a little bit, but Luker was in some big-time heat, and he wanted to just get rid of it out the back of the end zone.
Yeah, if Kellen had time to set his feet and throw that, he probably throws a touchdown pass to O'Neal. As you said, he broke free about the 5-yard line, but just great defense there on the by the defensive end for Denton.
8:28 here in the Cook Lumber 2nd quarter. Stephenville 14, Denton nothing. Luker under center, I formation behind him. Cardwell at a wing on the near side. Evett now in motion to the near side. Inside trap going to Cardwell. Cardwell gets down to about the 16-yard line. A gain of 3 on the play. That was the play last week that went for 69 yards.
Boy, it didn't look like he had any room in there and squirted out down to the 16-yard line. As you said, picked up 3. Now looking at 3rd down and 7. Easily in J.W. Bourne's field goal range for sure. Right now it would only be about a 33-yard field goal attempt, but I know they want 7 here.
66 yards rushing in the game so far for Stephenville.
Man.
3rd down and 7. Luker is under center. One back behind him is for Office. Trips to the near side, one receiver far side. Luker rolling, setting up, throwing out the flats. Has Cardwell open. Caught, touchdown back in the end zone. How easy was that? Stephenville up 20-0. Extra point is upcoming in the 2nd quarter.
Well, now this is not smack talk, all right? I'm just going to state a fact.
Well, that's what I was doing on how easy that was.
I know, but this is not smack talk. But the guy covering him was number 8, Quentin Morgan, and that was the guy who said,
nobody's seen speed like our speed.
Well, 25 has burned you 3 times, brother. It's time to fuel up or something.
Snap down. Hold down. Kick on the way. It is up and it is good. 7:47. This flight's taken off in the 2nd quarter. Cook Lumber 21-0. Stephenville on top of Broncos of Denton. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
The purpose of the SABC is to provide financial and moral support to the boys and girls athletic programs throughout junior high and high school. The money we raise helps the Stephenville Independent School District with the increasing expenses of athletics and the equipment that is necessary so that all students have an opportunity to participate. Membership also provides a way for parents and supporters to become involved in the building of the great spirit for which Stephenville athletics is known. It takes a lot of involvement to accomplish all that we would like, and we need you. Offering Stephenville's largest selection of colors and styles, Danny's House of Carpet covers all of your flooring needs. Besides our wide selection, our friendly, knowledgeable staff can help you with anything from carpet and ceramic tile flooring to custom drapes, bedspreads, and professional installation. Serving the Stephenville area for 26 years and counting, come by Danny's House of Carpets at 1670 South Loop for all of your decorating needs.
Welcome back, Pennington Field. John Hollinger, booth affiliate. Glad to have you along. Stephenville 21, Denton nothing. Johnny, the last scoring drive.
10 plays, 90 yards, took 4:05. Luker to Cardwell, 16-yard fastest. Scoring summary brought to you by Texas Trucks.
Deep end-over-end kick that will come to Gaines at the 5 across the 10, 15, and he is handled by Tinklenberg at about the 23-yard line. Also in there, Martin and Gartside, and that's where the Broncos will start 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Now, this time, J.W. had a little wind at his back, so they went ahead and elected to kick it deep, and he kicked it all the way down to just almost the goal line, and pretty decent return that time for the Broncos.
Well, Art Riles said it was important on this explosive Denton team. If you could get up 3 scores, and without Denton being a passing team, it might be enough to shut them down. Let's see what happens after the drive when they fall behind. The ball's loose. It's way up in the air. It's being fumbled. Nobody's got it yet. Still loose at the 26-yard line. There was a ball bounced about 4 times up in the air. No signal who's got it. It will be Denton ball, and there were several white jerseys that had a chance to get that one. And there was a situation, John, where artificial turf made the ball bounce up and down about 3 times.
Boone was right there, and the ball just took the weird bounce. Morgan back in the game. Booth turned around, and I was watching through the binoculars. He handed it off right at the shoulder pad. I mean, and that ball just bounced right off the running back's chest.
Never had a chance to get the ball. Morgan is at quarterback running the option. Morgan on a keeper is stacked up at about the 28-yard line. A pickup of 2, maybe 3 on the play. Justin Monk again first in there for Stephenville, and it'll set up now 3rd down and 6 for Denton.
Boy, that's you're seeing exactly what you said just a moment ago when we come back from the break, what Coach Briles talked about. This is a team that's got to stick with their game plan for right now, and right now they're not getting anything on the ground, and they're looking at 3rd and long and down 21-0.
Morgan under center, double wing back look, 1 back behind him. Morgan on the keeper. He'll be stacked up behind the line of scrimmage. A 1-yard loss. Making the tackle is Keith McCormick,
who just shot the gap, Boots. And Morgan, I think, had even thought about maybe wanting to pitch the ball, but he didn't have a chance to think about much.
It'll be 4th down and 6 for the Broncos, and they will be forced to punt. Back deep for the Jackets will be Cardwell and Briles to punt for the Broncos. Tony Love.
Notice all the players down there, Boots, in the huddle. Hands on hips. They're already getting tired, and we still have a lot left in the second quarter.
5:52 and counting here in the Cook Lumber second quarter. Stephenville 21, Denton nothing. Back to Love. Love gets the boot into it. It will land at the 43-yard line, take a big Bronco bounce forward inside the 30, down to about the 25-yard line to the 24, and that's where Stephenville will start 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line. 48 yards on the kick.
And about 10 of that was bounced. I was watching them in pregame. He is a good punter, and they have a good field goal kicker. They've not had an opportunity to get close enough yet to do that, but they do have a good kicking game.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Jackets at their own 24-yard line. 5:28 to go here in the Cook Lumber second quarter. Stephenville 21, Denton nothing.
Kellen Luker now 6 of 13 for 138 yards, 3 touchdowns with 5:28 to go in the first half.
Matt McGinn getting some time in at the offensive line right now as Luker under center. Inside trap to Tinklenberg. Finds a seam. 30 across the 35. Keeps his feet. 40. Busts forward to the 43-yard line. And a gain of 17 on the play. 1st and 10. Matt Tinklenberg and the Stephenville Yellow Jackets.
Boy, they're just throwing it all at them now, Boots. And, I mean, they don't know what's coming next and from what direction it's coming and who's going to be doing it when they come with the ball. Boy, this is a This is just an old-fashioned whipping right now.
Trips to the far side, twins to the near side. Luker in shotgun, awaiting the snap. 1st and 10 for Stephenville at the 42-yard line. Browse signals into play. Now Kellen audibilizes at the line. Snap back. Kellen throwing out in the flats. Has Combs. Finds a little seam. 45-50. Knocked out of bounds at the 40, actually the 49-yard line of Stephenville. A gain on the play of about 6, maybe 7. Just inside the midfield stripe.
Remember, this is a team we've told you for the last 2 or 3 weeks. This is a team, Stephenville, that's averaging 28 points in the first half, 17 in the second half, and boy, they're right on schedule for that again. 14 in the first quarter, halfway through the second quarter, they have 21.
2nd down and 3 for the Jackets. Luker under center. Pitch to the near side for Rosas. Rosas trying to get to the line of scrimmage. That will be about it. Stacked up with some penetration by the purple jerseys of Denton, so it'll be 3rd down now and a long 3 for Stephenville.
Yeah, it was good defense that time by the left defensive end for Denton. That was McLeod that broke that play up pretty much single-handedly.
3rd down and 3 for Stephenville. Their own 49-yard line, 4:26 and counting here in the Cook Lumber second quarter. Luker under center, sends Evett the tailback in motion to the near sideline. Giving the ball straight ahead is Farasas. Farasas gets to the 47-yard line, 48-yard line of Denton, and it'll be about half a yard short of the yardage needed for the first. Farasas was really fighting in there to get forward, but it was not quite enough. He picks up about 2.5 on the play, and it's 4th and about half a yard.
Now, I think they're going to measure it. Didn't Coach Browse tell you at Coffee Coach this is the same officiating crew they used against Granbury?
Yes.
Okay. I thought that, boy.
And it is an experienced crew that has seen us play this year, so that is nice. You know, it's a concern to Stephenville fans when a refereeing crew has not seen this team before with all the misdirection and motion and substitutions that they do, that sometimes confusion causes an official to throw a flag.
About the length of the football. Short.
1 foot length short for Stephenville. It'll be 4th and that far. At the 4:08 mark of the second quarter, Stephenville on top of Denton, 21-0.
Well, what do you do here? Do you go for it?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to give them any air for sure, but I think you just tell.
Well, go ahead.
This is a good time to tell the Denton Broncos, not only do we think we're going to win this game, but we think we're going to beat you pretty handily, and we're going to do it right now. We're going to show you have no reason being on the field with us.
Especially if Denton has that even front again with no nose guard, and it looks like they will not go with a nose guard again. There's easy room for Luker. He gets the 1st down, or I thought he would.
Nope.
Immediately the linebacker field.
Good spot.
We're getting a great spot.
Yeah, I think he's getting a very nice spot, actually.
Wow, Luker, it looked like
the guy that spotted it didn't get the spot. They took another one, Boots.
The guy on the other side. Well, this ball will probably go over on down.
Yeah, the man that spotted it on this side had him
They're going to give us a 1st down without even measuring, and I don't even think it's enough.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, look over there on the sideline where they got almost to the stripe of the 47. Of course, the other spot was about 46.5.
Wow, that's a fortunate 1st down for the Jackets. They have it 1st and 10 at the Bronco 47-yard line. Luker quick throwing out the flats to Hunter across the 45, knocked out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. They'll say he stayed in bounds when his forward progress stopped. A pickup on the play of about 13. It'll be a 1st and 10 for the Jackets. Just a quick hitch pass out to the running back, Hunter, out of the backfield. The 3 receivers on that side were all downfield blocking.
Stephenville now 3 for 3 in 4th down conversions, Boots, and twice they've scored. Let's see if they can do it a 3rd time.
Well, it doesn't help the 3rd down conversion rate on the previous down, but certainly it helps the 4th down. Luker rolling to the far side, still looking. Now he'll run. He'll get inside to about the 31-yard line. He fumbles the ball. Big scramble for it at the 30-yard line, and who has got the football? Denton has recovered.
We have a flag on the near side. This might be defensive holding here, Boots, on our receiver that was trying to get out into the pattern kill.
Let's wait and see. The flag is all the way on the opposite side of the play to the near sideline.
Looks to me like Kill just got manhandled as he tried to go by.
It is holding against Denton. That is a pre-turnover foul, so Stephenville will keep the football.
Boy, Denton finally gets a break, and they're not happy on the side, but he did. He just got mugged as he tried to go out into his pattern.
John, if you'll notice, Kellen Luker, when it's an intended run, really keeps the ball up under him, and he runs well. When he is forced to scramble and he's trying to pass and then decides to run, that's when he sometimes carries the football like the loaf of bread, if you will, or not so much tucked up underneath.
Denton coaches were wanting that to be a post-fumble foul, but it wasn't. I mean, he immediately threw the flag as Keel tried to go out into his pattern.
So the penalty will move the ball inside the 25-yard line of Denton. That is the spot.
Officials timeout. They're calling the referee over there, and I know that's what the discussion is going to be, but, Coach, you're not going to win this one.
Head coach Gary Fisher is talking to the referee on the far sideline.
Boots, by the way, 3:22 to go in the first half for Stephenville. No penalties in the ball game. What did we have, 11 last week, I think? 15.
For
over. No, it was over 100 yards.
Okay. 21-0, Stephenville on top.
Oh, he's good. The referee's getting about 21 points worth of frustration out of Gary Fisher right now.
Now a timeout has been taken by Denton. We'll take a 30-second timeout with them. We're back in 30 seconds on KSTV.
There are a lot of good reasons to have insurance. Whether you call them Michael or Ashley, Lexi or Scott. And because you want to be there for them, your State Farm agent is there for you with the Family Insurance Checkup. It allows you to see how your coverage measures up and pick the plan that's right for your family's needs. So call for your free Family Insurance Checkup today.
And like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Who was voted the best tractor dealership in Erath County? Who carries products for the farmer, outdoorsman, and the family who wants the ultimate lawn? If you guessed Hendershot Equipment, you scored a touchdown. Supporting the Jackets for over 30 years, Bill Tomlinson, class of 67, David Tomlinson, class of 71. The Stephenville Funeral Home, your family's friend in time of need in Stephenville.
Well, I don't think Gary Fisher is going to be sending any happy mail to the referee today.
No, but, I mean, and that's what you do. You got to fight for your team, Boots, and, you know, you finally do get a break in the ball game, and you have a penalty.
Is that an old 50 song? Fight for your team. How does that?
I don't know. There was a Beach Boys song.
Is that what it was?
Okay,
how did that go?
I don't remember.
Because that's your era.
I know. You're trying to get me to sing an old song. I'm not going to do it.
1st and 10 for the Jackets at the 25-yard line of Denton.
Be true to your school.
That's it. Be true to your school. There we go. I knew that you would show your age, but you just couldn't handle it. Luker in shotgun. Hunter is standing next to him, back at about the 30-yard line, trips to the near side, one receiver far side. Luker, inside trap handoff to Hunter, and he is stacked up all the way back at the 29-yard line. That's a draw play that didn't go anywhere because of 74. Jared Barclay, 6'3", 260-pound defensive tackle, came right through the line and hammered Hunter.
That's about one of the first negatives that we've had all day long, Boots. Boots, let's see if we can go back to the same formation. Cody Cardwell, Quentin Morgan in single coverage. Nobody else out there.
Look at it out there on the flat. Kellen, play action, setting up, looking to throw. Cardwell's being held, throwing over the top. Great catch by O'Neal. 15, 10, 5, down to the 4-yard line. As O'Neal slams the ball to the ground, he wanted to keep his feet. He barely got tripped up. It's 1st and goal for the Jackets at the 4. And, John, did you watch Quentin Morgan holding Cardwell all the way down the field?
Well, I was watching that because we had got that man-to-man coverage, and I thought it looked like Kellen was going to go back to it. Instead, what they did, they used Cody just to clear that zone all the way out and drug Toby O'Neal over, and that was just a great call. Looks like we're going to go hammer time because Luker's on the sideline.
Kendall Briles in the game. He is the quarterback for the short yardage goal line offense as Felix Alvarado comes off the field.
Yeah, we got Lilly and McGinn, Collier.
Briles under center, handoff, second man through, trying to get to the outside for Ross. As he's not, he gets to the line of scrimmage to the 4, so it'll be 2nd and goal from the 4.
Man, that's one Jimmy probably should have just tucked up and went for whatever he could and tried to step outside. Just another great defensive play by the Broncos.
Denton Broncos only averaging giving up this season less than 2 touchdowns a game. 2nd and goal for the Jackets at the Bronco 4, leading 21-0. Briles under center. Briles on a keeper, running the option, cuts inside, gets very close. Touchdown, Kendall Briles. Tucked his head under as he got the inside penetration to score on the play. Stephenville now leading 27-0, 1:48 to go in the Cook Lumber 2nd quarter.
Well, Briles got down about the 2-yard line and just, I don't know how he squirted through 2 defenders right into the end zone.
Well, he wasn't very high off the turf when he was doing it either. J.W. Boring getting set for the extra point. Kill snap back to Steed, hold down, kick on the way. It is up, and it is good. 1:48 to go in the second quarter. Our score, Stephenville 28, Denton nothing, back in 1 minute on KSTV.
There's a new star in town, Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury. Come see the difference for yourself. New owners, anxious to win your business with the best possible deals. New hours, open weekdays till 7 and now open Saturday till 6. And most of all, new attitude. You'll love dealing with the friendly people at Techstar. If you don't buy from us, it won't be because of the price. Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury, Stephenville.
Are you troubled by strange noises under your car? Do you experience feelings of dread in your drive shaft? Have you or any of your family suspected spooks, specter, or ghosts in your machine? If the answer is yes, then don't wait another minute. Call the professionals. We're ready to believe you. Our courteous and efficient staff will take care of you whether you need new tires, strut, brakes, front end alignment, or just a spark in your spook. Trans Texas Tire. We're ready to believe you.
.48 to go in the second quarter, brought to us by Cook Lumber. Stephenville 28, Denton nothing. Johnny?
Man, listen to this drive. 11 plays, 76 yards, took 340 Brawls on the 4-yard run. PAT Goods 28-0.
High push kick to the near sideline. This will be fair caught by Tony Love. No, check that. It's not Tony Love. Making the catch is Nathan Flanagan. And one of the jacket coverage men, I don't think saw Flanagan fair catch.
I didn't either.
And he made the fair catch very late, and then a jacket coverage man nailed Flanagan, who was not that vicious. I think at the last instant he saw him and tried to back off, but there was still contact. So this will be the 5-yard interference rule.
That last scoring summary boots brought to you by Wendell Gideon of B&W Auto Sales on the east-south loop. Well, Stephenville's right. That's the 15-yard variety.
They gave him a personal foul on that. That's kind of tough. Ball marched out to the 48-yard line of Denton.
Again, 28 points, what they've been averaging in scoring in the first half. It's 28-0 Stephenville.
Quentin Morgan again under center, double wing back look. Split receivers both sides, one back as Ian Gaines comes in motion. The handoff is straight ahead to the one back on the play. That back on the play, they're shuffling in and out running backs. We'll wait and see till they unpile it. That's a new running back in the game. 35, Michael McLeod. McLeod, that was a pretty good name from, what was that movie?
Yeah, that was a TV show, remember?
Yeah.
That was a good show. 74, Jared Rhapsody got up and pumped his fist because he got a pretty good block, I'm thinking, Jared.
3 yards on the previous game. Morgan on the keeper's in a bunch of trouble. He's all the way back his own 45, and he's run out of bounds at the midfield stripe. A loss of 1 on the play, and doing a great job to string him to the sideline. Coming up from his strong safety position was Mercer. Also out there on the outside linebacker, Keith McCormick, to run Morgan out of bounds.
Boy, they strung that play all the way out, and Morgan running backwards for a while, Boots, and that's where he got the negative yards.
And with him going out of bounds, the clock stops with 1:09 as it's 3rd down and 8. If the Broncos don't get a first down, watch Stephenville might throw a timeout right after this one. Morgan under center. Running the option. Now he's going to throw. Play action fast. Throwing it deep downfield. Has a receiver. Can't make the catch. He was open at the 20-yard line. The pass was just a little underthrown. The Jackets had 3 defensive men back there, Gunn, Browse, and Harris, but the intended receiver on the play, Jonathan Reed, kind of found a little seam between the 3 of them.
Yeah, I think Browse didn't think he was going to throw the ball quite that far, and he almost got beat. Hey, Boots, say thank you to the coaching staff.
For throwing the incomplete pass. That stops the clock with 1:02.
Yeah, and Stephenville has shown they can score quick if they need to.
Have I showed you my new medallion Pennington Field game?
Yes, enough.
It's got my name on there.
Okay.
It shows today's date in the playoff.
That's great.
Tony Love back to punt. Kick is away. End-over-end kick that will be taken by Cardwell at the 21-yard line. Trying to come to the near side. He's in a lot of trouble, but a great block by Brawl across the 20 after the 23-yard line as Cody Cardwell with a little hop step made 2 Denton Broncos miss him and run into each other.
After a 30-yard punt, that's a long way to run for 3 yards. But what a great block by Browse. He just wiped one of the defenders out for the Broncos. Boy, that's one of those, keep your head up. It's coming at you.
1st and 10 for the Jackets at their own 23-yard line. 50 seconds remaining. Stephenville with all 3 timeouts remaining here in the Cook Lumber second quarter. Stephenville leading 28-0. And now there's some type of official timeout on the field.
we can figure out what's going on here. Timeout.
Timeout taken by the officials. Timeout.
Now the coach for Denton is out on the field again, and he is angry.
John, have you noticed the position I'm doing the broadcast in right now?
Yes, you're all laid back like you're in a recliner.
I'm already seated. I don't sit down till the fourth quarter when it's already well in hand.
Well, brother, have a seat.
Thank you. Waiting for you to pick me up right there.
Gary Fisher not happy about something. He was pointing at over at the... Oh, I know what he wasn't happy about.
Did he not like Brawl's block?
No. I think he thought maybe Cody was down when he picked that ball up, that his knee might have been on the ground.
Well, and even if he was, they only got about 3 yards. Now a timeout has been charged against Denton.
Well, and that's all of theirs. Booth, if you want to do that, that's fine. We'll take the ball to 20 with 58 seconds. I mean, it doesn't really make any difference. I think I just let it go. I think he's just mad and wants to gripe right now, and I can't really blame him.
It can't be a happy Denton Bronco halftime.
This is not the way they scripted this game up, I can promise you.
Trips to the near side, 2 receivers far side. Luker is in shotgun. Big rush coming right up the middle. Luker in trouble. He'll try to escape. Now he throws the deep ball. Has it open. Evan caught. Bronco territory. 40, 35, 30. Trying to get to the far side. 20, 15, 10, 5. Escapes for Morgan. Touchdown! 77 yards on the strike from Luker to Evan, who outran Morgan the last 10 yards to score just across the goal line. And that play goes for 14 seconds. Stephenville up now, 34-0. PAT is upcoming. What a great job by Luker to avoid the 2 linebackers who came right up the middle in the rush. He made both of them miss. He found just enough time to get the ball to a streaking Evan.
Now, Booth, what happened there is they sold out the rush at that time, is they brought everybody and left everybody else in single coverage. And I really think, I looked at the defender at the 50. He was beat at the 50-yard line because he thought Kellen was going to be sacked. He just stopped. And when he did, it was too late. He wasn't going to catch Evan after that.
Illegal motion against the Jackets on the extra point. So J.W. Bourne will be forced to kick this extra point from the 15-yard line, making it 25 yards for the extra point instead of the normal 20.
Well, I tell you, Luker's put up some big numbers now.
J.W. Bourne getting set. Snap back to Steve from Keel. Kick is on the way. Plenty of boot. It is up, and it is good. 36 seconds remaining in the Cook Lumber second quarter. Stephenville 35, Denton nothing. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Health Focus Foods in the Bosque River Center has proudly served the Cross Timber areas for over 9 years. Mike and his trained staff are here to show each individual how to manage their health care needs. We stock only products of the highest quality backed with scientific research. They have no fillers, binders, yeast, radiation, or other allergens found in most store brands. Come by Health Focus Foods. Let us show you the natural way to good health. Monday through Friday, 9 to 7, Saturday, 9 to 6, Sunday, 1 to 5. Impact Sign and Banner has been serving the Stephenville area for over 12 years with superior quality sign work of every kind. We now can offer one-day service on most banners and magnetic signs. We proudly support the Stephenville Yellow Jackets for their excellence in athletic achievement. Impact Sign and Banner is conveniently located on West Washington, just across from Taco Bell. At Impact Sign and Banner, we say, let us put some impact in your advertising. The Stephenville Athletic Booster Club wants to say thank you to Northland Cable for backing the Jackets and generously providing the time for this broadcast. Your friends at Brooks Real Estate want to kick off a winning season by teaming up with the real estate professionals at Brooks Real Estate, the strategy that sells. Call Brooks at 965-5051.
Very impressive stats we'll be talking about at halftime when the Marathon Wholesale Mobile Home Outlet of Stephenville halftime stats are read off to you. But, Johnny, the last scoring drive?
Well, it was just one play. It went 77 yards, took 14 seconds. Luker to Evan for 77 yards.
High end over end pooch kick. There'll be fair caught at the 30-yard line by Nathan Flanagan.
That scoring summary brought to you by Fletcher Animal Clinic.
And that's where Denton will start first and 10 at their own actually 31-yard line, trailing Stephenville 35-0. Here's a little tidbit of some of the stats for Luker. 4 touchdowns, 259 yards passing.
And what's his numbers?
10 out of 17.
Remember, he went 0 for 3 to start the game. So since then,
that'd be 7 out of 14. No,
10 of what?
That would be 10 out of 14, excuse me, since that point.
That's pretty good numbers.
10 out of 14, I'd say so, since the opening drive. No gain on the first play. It was given straight ahead to Michael McLeod. Actually, a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd down and 9 as they roll the clock.
I think they're ready for halftime now.
I would think so. Stephenville 35, Denton nothing. 12 seconds and counting in the Cook Lumber second quarter. I believe they will let this one roll all the way out. 7 seconds, 6 seconds. No, Morgan's going to take one more snap. Morgan on a keeper, rolling out, cuts inside the 35, gets up to about the 37-yard line, and time will run out in the first half. Cook Lumber second quarter comes to an end. Stephenville 35, Denton nothing.
Some people call us their money farmers. We help them plant their money and watch over the crop, warning them of potential threats, dangers, and disasters. We measure the growth and advise them of better times to harvest. At Investment Centers of America, we measure our success by your success. After all, it is your money. Investment Centers of America, located at the Town and Country Bank Building in Stephenville. Investment Centers of America. We know the territory. Who was voted the best tractor dealership in Erath County? Who carries products for the farmer, outdoorsman, and the family who wants the ultimate lawn? If you guessed Hendershot Equipment, you scored a touchdown. Dr. Albert A. Lilly, Doctor of Dentistry. The dental office of Dr. Albert A. Lilly wishes to salute Stephenville football and its tradition of excellence.
Parker 0. Our color guard person of the week is Jeanette Schlicky. Our outstanding center of the week.
Once again, it's time for us to show our support for Yellow Jacket football. That means a lot of traveling. The all-new 99 Chevy Silverado pickup will get you there safely, in comfort, and in style. I invite you to stop by and see our staff about this all-new Chevy truck. And when you do, you will meet a staff that genuinely cares about you and your family. We consider ourselves family and encourage you to do the same. From all of our staff to you, travel safely and go Jackets!
County Country Bank, and I'd like to introduce you to the head football coach of the Tarleton Texans, Craig Wiedemann.
And I'd like to personally invite you to an exciting season of college football here at Tarleton State University. Come watch some of your former Jackets, Landon Cribbs, Jeff Smith, Brad Couch, and Stephen Fay, as we tackle the Lone Star Conference.
Here come the Jackets, and they are walking. Oh, now they're going to run.
Well, just don't run over the camera guy sitting right there in front of the helmet.
Yeah. Well, Boots, you remember when the season started? Steve Ross and I were talking about this the other day in the studios. When the season first started, it was a couple of weeks into the season, people were asking us, how good is this team? We kept saying, I don't know. You know, we really don't feel like we've played anybody yet. They play a good team, beat them pretty handily. Well, I'm not sure they were that good after all. And that went on from week to week. We played Brownwood, lost that game, a heartbreaker, really. I mean, it was a game that we all felt like Stephenville had a chance to win, even though, you know, they had all the problems they did stopping the run. Still had a chance at the end of the game to come back and win it. And, you know, after that game, I told people all year long, after that game, I'll tell you how good this team is. And I think that's when they really started to get good, because they made some mistakes but had a chance to win the game. And since then, you know, we've caught ourselves going, well, I really don't know how good they are.
Well, and I think that football game made this football team a lot better.
I really do, too. You know,
what is our mascot wearing? I tell you what, we got to get that guy on the air sometime. He has more creative stuff. J.W. Boren getting back. J.W. Boren gets into it. We are underway in the third quarter. High end-over-end pooch kick that will be caught at the 30-yard line, and it was fair caught by Nathan Flanagan, and that's where the Broncos will start first and 10 at their own 30.
And our third quarter sponsor is Audrey Keck.
Our contestant, Audrey Keck of Stephenville.
Or not sponsor, or yeah, contestant, you are correct.
Yeah, she may be a little surprised if we tell her she's sponsoring it.
Yeah, whoa, wait a minute. Is that what I signed up for?
First and 10 for the Broncos at their own 30-yard line.
Of course, all you got to do is just go by the Rent City Superstores there in the Stephenville Shopping Plaza. Register, and if we draw your name, Stephenville shuts out the opponent in the third quarter, you can win a VCR.
Quentin Morgan is under center, giving the ball straight ahead to Metcalf. Finds a big seam across the 40 out to the 43-yard line. The direct handoff over right tackle. The quick hitter goes for 12, maybe 13 yards.
Well, one play, one first down. They got to like that coming out. Boy, did you see how he was carrying that ball, though, Boots? Way out away from his body.
Metcalf, also the starting middle linebacker. He goes 5'10", 220. He is a load to bring back, and he is the only back in the backfield. Double wing back set. Running the option to the near side. Morgan makes one-man miss. Across the 45, 50, comes to the near side. Gets a block. 45, 40, cuts back to the 35, down to the 30. 25-yard line is where he has run out of bounds. And two good running plays to start the second half for Denton. Maybe Stephenville needed to wake up a little bit coming out of the halftime locker room. 31 yards on the carry from Mr. Morgan.
Man, you're right. Those two good plays, and I'm sure Coach Copeland is not going to be very happy with the outcome of those two plays.
1st and 10 for the Broncos at the Stephenville 25-yard line. Morgan is under center. Sends Moans. Ian's in motion. It's straight up the middle to Metcalf. He powers his way down to the 16-yard line. And is this the same football team we watched in the first half as Metcalf took the handoff? Or is it 32?
It was
33, yeah. Clinton Metcalf taking the carry down to the 16, a gain of 9 on the play, 2nd and 1.
Just good up-front blocking that time, Boots. Well, the last 3 times, actually.
Morgan under center. Sends Ian Gaines in motion to the near side. Fumble, the ball is loose. Back at the 17-yard line. Big pileup for it. When you run the triple option, certainly that is a possibility at all times that the ball is going to squirt out.
There's only 3 guys from Stephenville there. Nobody else could have
Stephenville has gotten on the football. Oh, what a huge break.
Clark Boone.
As Broncos of Denton were really moving the football nicely to start the third quarter, and a big turnover gives the ball back to Stephenville.
And Boots, they never had a chance. They never had a chance on that ball as it just went. Morgan handed the ball off way up above the pocket area for the running back.
Well, it's almost like he's not used to how much penetration on the defense he's getting early. Inside trap handoff. Tinklenberg finds a seam across the 25 to the 26-yard line. A gain of about 9 on the play. Good running. Tinklenberg has had 2 nice runs today. First one for 19, that one for 9. He'll have 28 yards on 2 carries in the ball game.
Yeah, and look for a lot of that here in the second half. Here, quarter till 3. And, we're just now starting the third quarter. Boy, that was a long halftime, wasn't it?
It was.
Because we went about 2 o'clock.
10-18 and counting in the Rent City Superstore third quarter. Stephenville 35, Denton nothing. Pitch out to Ferrasis. Ferrasis gets the first down across the 30-yard line. A pickup on the play of about 4. 1st and 10, Stephenville at the 30.
Boy, he was just slashing when he ran across that line, and good, strong running. And again, I think Stephenville would like to go ahead and just get this game over with, be done with it right here. They'd take 35-0 right now, I promise you.
Go to the house.
Yep.
1 receiver near side, 2 receivers to the far side. Evett is the tailback. Tinklenberg is the fullback. Kellen is under center since Tinklenberg, a wing on the right. Now Evett goes in motion to the right. Looking to throw. Still looking. Kellen in some trouble. Now we'll throw the deep ball on the far sideline for Evett. It's back and it's picked off back at the 34-yard line. Ill-advised throw from Kellen Luker, who was just trying to throw that one away on the far near sideline to Evett and severely underthrew the ball. And Flanagan was able to step up and make the interception for the Broncos.
Good defense, as you said. That's one that Kellen just threw up for grabs there. And again, the Broncos able to take that one. So first turnover in the game for Stephenville. They switch turnovers right now. Broncos go down and fumble it inside the 20. Stephenville comes back and throws the interception.
Art Riles talking to Luker on the sideline. Never too old to get coaching, is it?
No, never too late either.
Thank you. Flags down at the start of the play.
Guard side looked like he jumped across the line. And I believe he did.
It is offsides against Stephenville, so march the ball forward to about the 47-yard line, and that's where...
Look at this front they're in, Boots, the Stephenville defense, when they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Are they back in that 52?
No.
Stephenville is putting 2 defensive tackles, a nose guard, and 2 outside ends. They're going with a 52 look.
Yep, now they're going back to it.
Morgan is under center, 1 back behind him, split receivers on both sides. Running the option to the far side is Morgan. Morgan will try to cut up, and he'll be swamped under at the 44-yard line. A gain of about 2 to 3 on the play. It'll set up 2nd down and 2.
That's one he should have pitched that time, probably to Gaines. Is that Evett and Luker talking on the sideline down there? Is that who he's talking to?
Yes, he is. Evett and Luker are talking probably about that last play.
I think he is, because Evett was making a motion like I was going to run the slant.
Morgan under center again, giving straight ahead. No keeping is Morgan. Across midfield, down to the 48-yard line of Stephenville. A pickup on the play of about 7. It's enough for a first down, and it moves the chains.
Yeah, they come out early moving the ball on offense.
Not much has gone right for Stephenville in the second half, with the exception of getting the big fumble and then the first down. It's been all Denton with the exception of that.
Yeah, they really just a real quick change of possessions in the two turnovers.
First and 10 for the Broncos at the Stephenville 48-yard line, handing straight off to the fullback down to about the 43-yard line. I believe it was Metcalf. We'll wait and see if they unpile. It is. The sophomore fullback picks up about 6 on the play. It'll be second down and 4.
Let's see, we got guard side in there along with Jilson, Boone.
Second and 4 for the Broncos.
And Harmon on the front.
8:13 and counting in the Rent City Superstore third quarter. Morgan on a keeper, lots of running room across the 45, 35, finds a seam, gets to the outside, 25, 20, 15, 10, knocked out of bounds at the 6-yard line.
Morgan, number 8, the ball carrier for the Broncos down near the...
That run will go 26 yards, and the deepest penetration of the ball game yet for the Broncos at the 6. There was one this distance earlier in the ball game, but Denton fumbled. Actual yardage 37 on the carry.
Yeah, I missed just a little bit.
Quentin Morgan now 136 yards on 14 carries, first and goal for Denton at the Stephenville 6. Quentin giving the ball straight ahead to Metcalf. Metcalf powers his way across, breaks 2 tackles, and he will score. Score coming at 7:58, and our apologies to Audrey Keck of Stephenville. There will be no winner today in the Rent City Superstore third quarter contest.
And boy, they made it look easy.
I'll ask you the question I asked earlier, John. Where was this team in the first half?
Well, and it's hard to make your kids come out and convince them at halftime when you're just dominating, you're up 35-0, that they need to keep that same level of intensity.
Snap back, hold down, kick is on the way, it is up, and it is good for the Bronco kicker. 7:58. We go to the break. Stephenville 35, Denton 7. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Show your true colors at the games by wearing official SABC merchandise. Everything from keychains to toboggans, T-shirts, caps, and more. Come to the Booster Club store, open every Friday in the foyer of the high school, and see all of the items that we have to let everyone know you support the Jackets and the Honeybees. And look for the big blue SAB trailer at the games. Everyone looks better in blue and gold. Dr. Albert A. Lilly, Doctor of Dentistry. The dental office of Dr. Albert A. Lilly wishes to salute Stephenville football and its tradition of excellence. Easter Air has become the name synonymous with excellence in Erath County. We recommend a checkup on your central heat and air unit every 6 months to keep it running at its best. Offering no interest financing on Lennox Systems. Easter Air at 968-6494 or stop by at 1011 North Graham, Stephenville.
Welcome back. 7:58 to go in the Rent City Superstore. Third quarter, Stephenville 35, Denton 7. Getting set to kick off for the Broncos. That is Stephen Jennings, the man that converted on that last extra point. End-over-end kick that will be taken by Cardwell at the 10-yard line. He fakes the ball to Evett, will come to the near side. Across the 20, 25, finds the seam, 30, 35, across the 40, one man to beat, 50, he may score, 40, no one will catch him, 30, 20, 10, touchdown, 90-yard kickoff return for Cody Cardwell. Stephenville will extend 41-7 at the 7:41 mark. 7 4s and 1 are wild.
What a wild play. Great blocking right up front by the wedge. And all he needed was a seam. When he hit the 25-yard line, you probably can't hear it. Statistician Jacob said, touchdown.
It was one of the plays where
he was gone. You could tell.
He faked the ball to the dealer. Evett kept him himself. Snap back, hold down. Kick is on the way from Bourne. It is up and it is good. 7:41 to go in the Rent City Superstore third quarter. Stephenville 42, Denton 7. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Apartment living seems hassle-free until your bathtub overflows or your bedroom goes up in smoke. Ask your State Farm agent how renter's insurance can help cover the damage. Renter's insurance covers your TV, your laptop, your speakers, your sneakers, your wall hangings, your fine porcelain, and lots of other stuff that could get ruined or even ripped off. If you need renter's insurance, State Farm is there.
Texas Trucks in Stephenville is the home of real trucks, not little bitty trucks, but stout pulling rigs. If you're in the market for a 1-ton dually, a 3/4-ton late model, low mileage, clean truck, then Texas Trucks is a place for you. Don't waste hours driving up and down the interstate looking for a great deal when Texas Trucks has already done it for you. They constantly scour the Southwest looking for that perfect late model, low mileage pickup. Now all you have to do is stop by Texas Trucks and pick out the one that's right for you. Texas Trucks, South Loop, Stephenville.
Welcome back, Pennington Field. The 42-7, Stephenville on top of Denton. Stephenville getting set to kick off. J.W. Bourne gets it away high, end-over-end pooch kick that will be fair caught at the 20-yard line by Mr. Flanagan. And, Johnny, there are some people playing on special teams right now that have been moved up from the junior varsity to the varsity. Moved up is number 32, and I understand as a great running back will be in the backfield next year, Adolfo Soto, getting some playing time on coverage, number 32. And, Johnny, on that last play, did you listen when the announcer was announcing who the return men were for Denton? Ian Gaines, he announced, and then he announced the other man, Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson raised his hands up in the air like waving to mama. Look, I just got announced.
All right, we're going to go to Steve Ross right after this play.
It is 1st and 10 for the Broncos at their own 21-yard line. Running the option, Morgan on a keeper after he fakes the dive to the fullback will get out to the 24-yard line. A gain of 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
All right, let's go to Steve right now on the sideline. Steve?
Right, John, we have a cross timbers orthopedics injury update on Derek Haney, the young man who was injured on the first play for the Yellow Jackets. He is at ATB Hospital now. It does look like a fracture of the thoracic vertebra, which is about the 6th or 7th one down. Now, the long-term prognosis is good, and it appears as though there's no danger of any paralysis at all, but there is a slight fracture, and it's about the middle of your back between your shoulder blades, and they're looking at another vertebra up between his neck, too. They're going to keep him at ATB Hospital, and we'll update you on his condition. And once again, I'm sure that all the folks back in Stephenville, thoughts and prayers go out to Derek Haney as he continues to recover. But the good news is the long-term prognosis looks very good.
All right, thank you, Steve. Boy, that is good news, Boots.
Well, and it is scary, too, to talk about a break in a vertebra like that as well.
Yeah, and but it is, they've come so far in their technology, as you know, Boots, and it's something that is they can really work with, and, you know, they can fuse them. There's a lot of things that they can do. And, again, as Steve said, the long-term outlook is that he's going to be all right, but it's just going to be a while.
On the 2nd down play, Metcalf went for 6 yards out to about the 31-yard line, and he is just short of the yardage needed for the first, so it's 3rd and very short out at the 31.
And boy, as Steve said, a nice young man and a important player on the offense for Stephenville and the defense. He plays on the line. He can play linebacker. A lot of things that Derek Haney can do for you. So Stephenville Yellow Jackets thoughts are definitely going to be with him and his family.
All right, 3rd down and less than 1 for the Broncos. Morgan is under center. One back behind him is Metcalf. Double wing back look, split receivers. Running the option to the near side. Being swarmed under at about the 32-yard line is Morgan. Gordon Carroll makes the tackle. It is enough for the 1st down, a gain of about 2 on the play. 1st and 10 for the Broncos out at their own 33-yard line.
You mentioned Gordon Carroll. He is in there. Also, is that Ferguson? Yeah,
Cam Ferguson is playing a little linebacker.
And let's see. Parks is still in there along with Harmon on the front, and Monk.
Ferguson is playing the nose guard right now. Morgan under center, running the option near side, and big Clayton Harmon comes in and gets all over Morgan about 4 yards deep in the backfield.
He is so quick off that line of scrimmage. You know, he's come close for the last 3 or 4 weeks of making that play, and he was unable to make it. He got it this time.
And the most excited person on the sideline right now is Coach Gillespie, who on the sideline while ago blistered Parks and Gillespie while ago after that last drive. And there he's the cheerleader high-fiving Harmon as he comes off the field.
And they bring Harmon out of the game after that play.
I think so they could get a little recognition and a breather and a high-five from his coach. 2nd down and 14, a fumble, and Morgan has to dive on the football. It'll set up 3rd down and 14, no gain on the play. And boy, Morgan has had a hard time holding on to the football today.
And Boots, I was looking through binoculars just out, and the center put it right in his hand. He just laid it on the ground.
having a hard time holding on to the football. So it's 3rd and 14 for the Broncos at their own 29-yard line. 5:28 and counting here in the third quarter, brought to us by the Rent City Superstore, and this has been a quick third quarter so far. 3rd and 14, trips to the far side. Morgan under center, pump fakes, looking to throw back to the near side. Now he'll run. Good running room. 30, across the 35, escapes. 40, 45, cuts back across the field. 45, 40, 35, 30, trying to get to the outside. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Quentin Morgan. 71 yards on the play where there was no open receivers, and he just found a seam in the middle of the defense. And that touchdown is good, 71 yards, and you've got to see the speed of Quentin Morgan.
Well, once he broke the line of scrimmage, it was designed to be a passing play. Once he broke the line of scrimmage, as you said, you saw the speed of Quentin Morgan, and he's the one that did a lot of talking this week, and at least he's been able to back it up here in the third quarter.
He had his little Dion step in the last 5 yards where he slowed down to look at the defense as they were coming at him and closing in. Now getting set for the extra point is Stephen Jennings. Hold down, kick is on the way. It is up, and it is good. 5:02 remaining in the Rent City Superstore third quarter. Stephenville 42, Denton 14. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
There's a new star in town, Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury. Come see the difference for yourself. New owners, anxious to win your business with the best possible deals. New hours, open weekdays till 7 and now open Saturday till 6. And most of all, new attitude. You'll love dealing with the friendly people at Techstar. If you don't buy from us, it won't be because of the price. Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury, Stephenville. What makes Stephenville Printing Company your best choice? Our employees. We have 164 years of combined experience to rely on. With all of our experience working for you, we get the job done right the first time. For quality experience and dependability, call 965-5012 or come by Stephenville Printing Company at 1193 South Loop in Stephenville. You can't afford to pay for anyone else to practice. Come by today for tomorrow's best results or call Stephenville Printing 965-5012.
5:02 remaining in the Rent City Superstore third quarter. Stephenville 42, Denton 14. John, the last scoring drive.
6 plays, 79 yards, only took 2:34. Morgan on the 70-yard run. That scoring summary brought to you by Loopy's Breakfast and Lunch. Stephenville still on top now, 42-14.
Getting set to kick off for the Broncos. Stephen Johnson on the far hash, 40-yard line, getting set to kick.
Onside kick.
Maybe. High pooch kick to the near sideline will be fair caught by Mr. Gunn at the 26-yard line, and that's where Stephenville will start first and 10, their own 26.
I think he could have run with that.
That may be a directive from the sideline.
I'm sure it is. We have a score now in the Brownwood-Wichita Falls game. Brownwood on top of Wichita Falls, 21-0 in the second quarter.
They have just kicked off in El Paso between Pampa and El Paso Riverside. Understand that El Paso Riverside for many, many years was what was called the doormat of that 4A district out there for years and years, and they have recently had some success. Last year, they went into the playoffs and returned 9 starters on offense and defense. Back to action. Kellen Luker setting up. Looking to throw the deep ball on the far sideline. Up for grabs. And is it picked off? It is. Another interception on the part of the Broncos and another underthrown ball for Kellen Luker. He was trying to lay it up on the far sideline on the fade pattern for Douglas, and it was just well underthrown, and Kellen Luker is not a happy man as he comes to the sideline and rips his helmet off.
Well, I said yesterday that I felt like Kellen might have 500 yards passing today. He had a good chance of it. He was on pace for that in the first half, but the last 2 passes he's thrown have been for interceptions.
First and 10 for the Broncos at their own 45-yard line. Giving straight ahead, Metcalf gets across midfield to the 49-yard line. They'll say his knee was down at the 50, and that's where he will be spotted.
You know, this game's a long ways from over.
Well, not only that, is Stephenville came out with absolutely no intensity in the second half, and who can blame them being up 35-0, and Denton came out strong. And this is one of those games where it's hard to turn it back on. 4:28 and counting in the Rent Superstore third quarter. Running the option far side is Morgan. Morgan cuts back. He drops the football, has to go back and get on top of it. It will be third down back at the 49-yard line of Stephenville. And Quentin Morgan's either scoring touchdowns or dropping the football.
Well, McCormick came in to make the tackle boots, and he went for the stiff arm. When he did, he just dropped the football. He was lucky. He got a bounce, and it bounced right back up to him. But Again, they lost a few on the play.
3rd down and 6 for the Broncos. They need to get to the Stephenville 46-yard line. Morgan under center. One back behind him. Now Gaines goes in motion. Throwing out in the flats. Incomplete. Trying to hit on the play. Michael Johnson, his wingback.
That was ugly.
0 of 2 in the game. No yardage for Morgan. He threw it way in front of his intended receiver, who had a little separation out in the flats.
Well, Bootsy didn't even give his receiver time to even turn around and look at it. He threw it. I was watching, and he threw it, and Johnson was still running to his spot. He had his back to the play.
So it'll now being up 4th down. So what you're trying to say is the passing game is not the strong suit of Denton.
No, I don't think so. They got a kick, though, now after that turnover.
Tony Love back to kick. High snap, that handled. Kick is on the way. Spiraling kick that will land at about the... Ooh. It'll go out of bounds. Flag down on the play back at the 46-yard line.
Well, let's hope that's not against Stephenville.
Browse is telling his captain to tell the referee to decline the penalty. 24 yards is the actual spot on the punt. Trying to kick it away from Cardwell. Illegal motion against Denton. It will be declined.
I guess one of the outside guys left early. It's what it looked like. I believe that's what the flag is.
Zach Hunter telling the referee that decline the penalty. Steam will take the ball 1st and 10 at their own 20. See actually where the spot is. The spot is going to be on the 27-yard line.
You may see Stephenville run the football now. See if we can shorten this game.
Kellen Luker still in the game at quarterback. Zach Hunter and Ferrasis in the backfield. Keel split wide to the far side. The one receiver on that set. Luker under center. Pitch to the far side is Hunter. Hunter trying to get to the corner. He does. To 25, 30, out of bounds, 35, 36-yard line, depending on the spot. Just outside the 35, a gain of about 7, almost 8.
Boy, big block by Matt McGinn on the corner. He was the one that let Zach get around the corner. He just obliterated his guy.
So it'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Yellow Jackets.
2nd down, 2, Stephenville.
Luker under center, I formation. Almost 9 on the last carry as Combs comes in motion. Luker rolling out, looking to throw out in the flats, has Hunter, 45, 50, knocked out of bounds at about the 49-yard line of Denton. He'll say he stepped out actually at the midfield stripe. A nice pass from Luker to Hunter, and that ought to be the thing that gets the confidence back for Luker on the 14-yard pass. He's tried to throw some deep timing routes. His last 2 have been picked off. Why not hit a good little out flare pattern to your running back out of the backfield and pick up 14?
Well, they were trying to stretch that defense out a little bit, but yeah, I think you're right. I think he needed some passes like that.
1st and 10 for the Jackets at the midfield stripe. Luker straight drop, setting up, looking to throw. In some trouble, he'll try to escape. He'll not get back to the line of scrimmage. It will be a loss of 1 on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Good pressure there by the Broncos defense as they brought about 6 guys that time, Boots, and that time they were able to just trip up Luker as he stepped up into the pocket. That was exactly what he had done right before the halftime when he threw that 77-yard pass to Evan. That time, though, they were able to trip him up.
2nd down, 11. 1 back in the backfield is Hunter. 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Pitch to the near side is Hunter. Hunter looking to step up. He'll get to the 48-yard line of Denton. It'll set up 3rd down and 8 for Stephenville.
Well, nothing else. The clock is running. That's important. Boy, what a difference a week makes. You know, this time last week, 2.5 minutes ago in 3rd quarter game, really in doubt, back and forth. Big shootout out in Sweetwater. It's been all Stephenville here. Broncos have outscored us 14-7 here in the 2nd quarter, but when you spot a team 35, that's hard to come back.
Well, and you can certainly tell the intensity is not quite there for Stephenville, but it shouldn't have to be. Luker is trying to get the ball. He does on the pitch to Hunter. Hunter gets to the outside. It will be just short of the 1st down. He'll get to about the 42-yard line. He'll be 2 yards short of the yardage needed for the 1st down.
Nice tackle out there in the secondary. Was it 30? I think it was, yeah, Tony Love came up, made that tackle. You're right. It looked like Hunter was going to pick up the 1st down, but he's just short by about 2 yards. Well, this will be the fourth down opportunity Stephenville's had. They've converted on the first 3.
3rd down conversion. Stephenville is now 1 of 7 in the game. 4th and 2 for Stephenville. Luker is under center. 2 backs behind him. Pitch to the near side. Hunter trying to get the 1st down. He's got it. Knocked down at the 39-yard line. It is enough for the 1st down, but just barely. Hunter had a little hop and a skip to get the first down.
Near the 10-yard line.
And that will move the chains.
And they ought to be able to...
First down, Stephenville.
Boy, he just barely made it.
Stephenville is 1 out of 7 on third down conversions, but 4 out of 4 on fourth down conversion.
Yeah, you got to love that. I ought to be able to run the clock now down to the end of the third quarter here on this series.
1:22 and counting in the Rent City Superstore third quarter. Stephenville 35, Denton 14. Looker under center, twins to the far side, one receiver to the near side. Pitch to the near side, Hunter. Hunter trying to get outside will be run out of bounds at the 39-yard line. Running the sweep to the short side, there was very little room to even try to get that play to develop, and it stops the clock as Hunter goes out of bounds with 1:07.
Well, so much for my theory.
Yeah, I would have agreed with your theory, too.
Well, they're setting something up for the other side of the field now, Boots.
Always thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Trips to the near side, one receiver far side, one back is Ferrasis behind Luker. Luker under center. Play action, running the reverse to Cardwell, trying to get to that other side. 40, and he's tackled at the 39-yard line, and that's what Stephenville was trying to set up. They were running the reverse to Cardwell, and a good open field tackle is made by Ian Gaines. It'll be a loss of 1 on the play, and it'll be third down and 9.
Well, you could tell that they were just trying to set something up to that far side, and that was it, the flanker reverse there to Cody Cardwell.
If he gets by Gaines, he's got the first down.
Yeah, he'd at least have the first down, maybe more.
Third down and 9, Luker under center. He'll send in motion Cardwell to the near sideline. Luker play action, throwing out the flats for Cardwell. Trying to get to the sideline, he does not as he gets to the 36-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play.
All right.
And Stephenville is now 1 of 8 on third down conversions, and it will be fourth down and about 6 needed.
Well, that's right where they wanted them, fourth and something. That should be the end of the quarter, too.
12 seconds, 11 and counting. That will do it for the Rent City Superstore third quarter. We'll go to the fourth quarter. Stephenville leading 42-14 over Denton. Fourth down is upcoming. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Health Focus Foods has just added 7 new weight loss products and is seeing great results. We have added new products that contain no stimulants. We carry all the supplements for the Atkins diet, and we carry the new 5-HTP, which increases serotonin to the brain. This makes you feel better and also helps you shed pounds. We know as we get older, our metabolism slows down, making pounds harder to shed. So come by Health Focus Foods and let us help you. Monday through Friday, 9 to 7, Saturday, 9 to 6, Sunday, 1 to 5. Stihl has been building quality chainsaws since 1926. Bill's Lawnmower Shop has been providing quality power equipment service since 1966. For an experienced team that can provide excellent service and reliable chainsaws, look to Stihl and Bill's Lawnmower Shop. When you know you want the best, leave behind the rest and go see the friendly folks at Hendershot Equipment. Good products, good service, good people. Go Jackets.
Fourth down and 6 for the Jackets as we start the fourth quarter, brought to us by Techstar Ford of Stephenville. Fourth and 6, Jackets at the 36-yard line of Denton. Denton bringing heat straight up the middle. Luker the flat, gets it to Cardwell, gets the first down, great move, out to the 20, gets to the sideline, 15, great block, 5, to the goal line, touchdown! What a great block from Casey Steed to Frank Cardwell, who dives out for the pylon, gets the score on the 36-yard pass. Stephenville extends 48-14.
Not bad work there by Cody Cardwell, was it?
Oh, some great moves, and Casey Steed with a great block to get him to the corner at the 15-yard line. That on fourth down, again another touchdown on fourth down. Stephenville looking like they may run out of the swinging gate. They will. Snap back to Evatt. Evatt running the far line, throws out to his punter, caught and then dropped. Oh, B.J. Mercer had a chance from center to take the two-point conversion pass from Evatt. It was a little high, but Mercer could not hang on. Two-point conversion is no good. We'll go to the break. 11:51 to go in the Techstar Ford fourth quarter. Stephenville 48, Denton 14. Back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Whether on or off the field, success requires focus, knowledge, and action. At Investment Centers of America, we focus on your goals, offer you our cumulative knowledge of investments, and recommended actions that fit your objectives. We enjoy being your coach, but you're the quarterback. After all, it is your money. Investment Centers of America, Town and Country Bank Building, Stephenville, Investment Centers of America. We know the territory.
The Olympic Decathlon. 10 events, 2 days. You got to run, throw, jump, and hurdle. And you got to do it better than anybody in the world. Building a community. Hundreds of programs, one vision. You got to train, support, counsel, encourage, and guide. And you've got to help bring everybody together to make it happen. Only one organization does all that. That's United Way. That's the power of you.
Kick that will be fair caught at the 25-yard line, making the fair catch for the Broncos. Number 30, Tony Love. That last scoring drive.
10 plays, 73 yards. Took 3 minutes and 48 seconds on fourth down. Kellen Luker to Cody Cardwell for a 36-yard touchdown pass. The two-point conversion failed. Makes our score 48-14. That scoring summary brought to you by Walmart Vision Center. Cody Cardwell now on the day. 4 pass receptions for touchdowns. 1 90-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. He scored 5 times today.
Kellen Luker in the game now, 312 yards passing. Morgan in the game, giving the ball straight ahead to Metcalf, the fullback. He'll get about a yard out to the 27-yard line. It'll be second down and 9. And you may ask, why did Stephenville go for 2 on that last drive? It's not so much trying to run up the score for extra points as they're trying to give some of the playoff teams that are scouting Stephenville here today more things to have to work on.
Yeah, we do go out of that swinging gate for a reason.
Second down and 9 for the Broncos. Morgan now sends one man in motion. Flags have got to come down. They won't. A lot of confusion, and Morgan is sacked all the way back at the 24-yard line. How is that not offsides against Denton?
You mean
illegal motion, so people fired off.
Well, they put the back in motion, then he runs back. He runs backwards and then runs forward. And I think you're right. I think he jumped the snap. He's been doing that all day.
Well, he wasn't even the one. I was looking at the right guard and right tackle, who I thought, and I think Quentin Morgan thought it was going to be whistle dead too, because he kind of stopped in the backfield, and our 2 defensive ends came and hammered him. Gordon Carroll is credited for the sack. It's third down and 12. Pitch out on the far side over to Reed. Reed trying to get to the corner. Goes to the 30, 35, and will probably get the first down at the 37-yard line. Stephenville not able to contain on the far sideline.
Trey Phelps finally came up to make the tackle. Is a nice, good fake by the running back and to get outside of B.J. Mercer. And you're right, they moved the chains again. They've done pretty well here in the second half on the ground, Boots.
Zach Swain in the game, as well as Cam Ferguson. Also getting playing time is Josh Martin. We'll get to who some of the other ones are right after this. First and 10 for the Broncos. Throwing out in the flats, first receiver dropped, incomplete. It was the same pass play they tried earlier to Michael Johnson. This ball was a little underthrown. It's second and 10. Gordon Carroll is in there, as well as Rob Harrison for the Jackets. Playing some safety is Trey Phelps.
Keggins is in there too. Let's see.
Who are some of the newer players?
Martin is in there, Mercer, Phelps,
and we mentioned Zach Swain as well. Second down and 10, Morgan under center. Running the option to the near side. Morgan will try to get to the corner. He'll pitch out. The ball is loose on the ground. Big pile-up for it back at the 28-yard line, and Denton gets on top of it. A bad pitch as Ian Gaines has to go all the way back to his 28-yard line to get on top of the pitch. It'll now be third down and about 20 needed for the first. Probably more like 19.
Boots, he didn't even look when he pitched it, and Gaines was nowhere near him.
He pitched about 3 yards behind Gaines on that time.
That was just like, well, here it is. I hope you're there.
Because I'm not going to run with it any longer.
I'm not looking.
9:52 to go in the Techstar Ford fourth quarter. Stephenville 48, Denton 14. Third down and 21 is actually the amount needed. Reverse on the far side goes to Gaines. Gaines cuts up and gets across the 40, keeps his feet, 45, 50. It's not Gaines, it's Johnson, 40, 35, and runs out of bounds at the 31-yard line. The reverse misdirection catches the Jackets off guard. Hey, and here are shades of something we saw a couple years ago. Some Denton players having to leave the game with cramps. Jermaine Kemp, number 20, is really hobbling around.
I heard an interesting solution for cramps the other day.
Get in shape?
Well, besides that, I mean, when you actually do get them, what you can do to remedy it. I'll tell you right after this play.
1st and 10 for the Broncos. The ball is loose on the ground, fumble back at the 35-yard line, and Quentin Morgan. This has been a nightmare of a game for that quarterback holding on to the football as his tailback, Jonathan Reed, who was in motion, has to go back to the 35 to get it. A loss of 3 on the play, 2nd and 13. The cure?
2 Alka-Seltzers and 8 ounces of water. You take it, and within 5 minutes, your cramps are gone.
You know, 2 Alka-Seltzers and 8 ounces of water gets rid of a lot of things.
Yeah, no kidding.
The 2nd down and 13. Running the option, pitching out. He finds Flanagan across the 30, 25, 20, 19-yard line is where Flanagan is brought down on the option pitch. A gain of the play of about 15 yards. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Broncos inside the 20, almost to the 19. 8:56 momentarily stopped as they set the chain. Stephenville 48, Denton 14.
Headaches, fever, indigestion. I'm just listing some.
Stomach. Ate too much the night before. Play action. Morgan setting up, looking to throw, throwing deep in the end zone. It's up, it's caught, and then dropped. Oh, having a chance to catch it was Jonathan Reed.
Boy, that was a great pass that time by Morgan.
Good spiral on it. Back in coverage for the Jackets was Trey Phelps. It'll set up 2nd down and 10. And look at the sign on the scoreboard, John.
Bummer. That's good.
As we look to the clock gal who's right, let's start to see if we can give her some more words to use. This will be great if I can get her to start putting words up on the scoreboard. Oh, this will be good.
No, it won't, dude.
See if I can get her to write crud up there. Morgan, keeper, inside down to about the 16-yard line. Gordon Carroll there.
That might be a euphemism. You can get this.
Let's see if I can get her to write. How do you spell crud?
I don't know. It'll be hard to spell it if you get her to spell it if you can't.
All right, let's see if she'll put that up on the scoreboard. I've signaled it to her. If she writes this up there, this will be great.
Is it the 4th quarter?
It is. You can tell we're having a good time. 8:14. Now it is 3rd down and 6 for the Broncos at the 16. Straight ahead to Metcalf. He powers his way to the 6-yard line. It is a 1st down for the Broncos. Jacket, all second-teamers just about out there on the defense, getting a lot of valuable playoff experience for next year.
Boy, they not real pleasant on the sideline, although they know the game is in hand. It is sure messing up my prediction that I made at the pep rally Friday.
Well, this score with Broncos, if they're able to go in here, Morgan under center is not going to be any indication of the game. Morgan trying to cut back. He's stacked up at the 4-yard line. The interior of that Jacket defense getting on top of him. Ferguson, as well as inside for the Jackets, Rob Harrison, making the stop. It's 2nd and goal from about the 4. Second and goal at the 4. Morgan brings the Broncos up to the line under center. Morgan on a keeper. The 5 gets across, untouched, touchdown. Denton now up their score 20. Stephenville 48. Denton's extra point is coming up next. Denton will line up to kick the extra point. It's a kick for the Broncos. Number 15, Steven Jennings. Waiting on the hold is Matt Fisher. Snap back, hold down, kick on the way. It is up, and it is good. 7:21 to go in the Techstar Ford 4th quarter. Our score, Stephenville 48, Denton 21. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Hello, friends. This is Greg Bruner for Bruner Motors, sitting on top of my old friend Buck here. You may think this is a lot of bull, but I've got some specials that are no bull deals for you.
GM certified used cars and trucks, which have gone through an extensive 110-point inspection and come standard with a 12-month or 12,000-mile factory bumper-to-bumper warranty.
On behalf of our 90 employees, come on down to any of our 3 locations for your no bull deal. And by the way, we appreciate your business.
The Stephenville Athletic Booster Club wants to say thank you to Northland Cable for backing the Jackets and generously providing the time for this broadcast. Supporting the Jackets for over 30 years, Bill Tomlinson, class of 67, David Tomlinson, class of 71, the Stephenville Funeral Home, your family's friend in time of need in Stephenville.
Welcome back. 7:21 to go here in the fourth quarter. Brought to us by Techstar Ford. And don't be too surprised if Denton tries some type of onside kick, now trailing by 27 points with 7:21 to go in the game. It is the onside kick. It will be taken. What great hands from Jimmy Ferrazas, who takes a hot skidder on the one hopper at shortstop. He turns the double play nicely, and Stephenville will start first and 10 at their own 49. What a good glove for Ferrazas.
Boy, he was. It took one hop. They had kicked that just the way you want to, Boots.
Nobody laughing at my baseball humor. This bothers me.
Yeah, well.
All right, first and 10 at the Stephenville 49-yard line. Great field position for the Jackets. A lot of new faces and numbers in the ball game right now.
One familiar.
As Evan is at quarterback, Carville splits to the near sideline by himself. Evan, handoff over the left side is Tinklenberg. Tinklenberg gets to the 48-yard line of Denton. A pickup of 3 on the play. Second down and 7. 7:08 and counting here in the Techstar Ford fourth quarter. Stephenville 48, Denton 21.
Man, Coach Browse will just try to hurry up and get this one over with. Keep the ball on the ground as much as they possibly can.
What is Stephenville average in scoring a game this year?
48.
You're on the money.
Yeah.
Evitt under center now. Chris under center, handing off. Noah Keeper. Evitt coming to the near side now. He'll pitch to right. Right will be strung down all the way back at the 49-yard line. The ball was down. So it'll be third down and 10 upcoming. And that's kind of an interesting option pitch for Evitt. Evitt usually, you want to have a little separation between the man you're trying to pitch it to. That time he pitched it to Wright, who happened to be arm's length away.
Well, and we've got, oops, that's kind of late getting in there, isn't it?
Ben Lilly late coming onto the field for the Jackets. He'll line up as a split receiver on the far side. Evitt under center, inside trap, handoff to Tinklenberg. He'll be stacked up. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that will be it. It will now be fourth down, and the Jackets will be forced to punt.
Well, Stephenville is going to advance to play the winner of El Paso and Pampa. That game just got underway at 3 o'clock. We have no score in that game yet.
Had an update on the Brownwood game.
Yeah, the Brownwood now not really having a whole lot of trouble. 21-0 over Wichita Falls. Waco Midway coming back. South Lake Carroll now 31-21. That is in the fourth quarter, though.
Evitt getting set to punt, and they'll probably just let the clock roll down as much as possible. 5:24. Snap back to Evitt. Kick is away. High end-over-end kick that will hit and go out of bounds at about the... Well, not near as good a kick as I thought, as this one will be spotted out of bounds at the 23-yard line. Only 27 yards credited on the kick.
And that's what he was trying to do.
Evitt's trying to get the ball out of bounds. And that's where Denton will start first and 10 at their own 23 with 5:17 remaining. Broncos have outscored Stephenville here in the second half.
21-13.
And I'm sure Art would have said that's all right.
Some of the Stephenville fans beginning to make their ways to the exit now, and who can blame them?
First and 10 for the Broncos at their own 23-yard line. Morgan again at center, under center. Play action. Morgan pump fake, rolling. Now wanting to throw the deep ball. Ball is up, caught, flag down, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Matt Fisher makes the catch on the 76-yard touchdown. This will be interference against Stephenville. It will be waved off. And John, it's not, there is enough time for crazier things to happen. I think Stephenville's philosophy right now of just sitting on the ball may be a little bit too early.
This game's in hand. Been in hand since halfway through the second quarter, but I know what you're saying.
I mean, there's still 5 minutes to go in this game. And I'll say this, if Stephenville stays with the same defense and offense mentality they have in the fourth quarter so far, there is enough time left.
Yeah, stranger things have happened. I remember Plano over at Texas Stadium a few years ago.
Snap back, hold down, kick is on the way, it is up, and it is good. 5:04 remaining in the Techstar Ford fourth quarter. Stephenville 48, Denton 28. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
You know to call State Farm if your car gets damaged. But what if you need a little body work? Well, what you might not know is that your State Farm agent offers health insurance. Whether it's for minor repairs or a new set of wheels or even long-term care, the company that protects your car can also help keep you in mint condition. If you need health insurance, State Farm is there.
There's a new star in town, Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury. Come see the difference for yourself. New owners, anxious to win your business with the best possible deals. New hours, open weekdays till 7 and now open Saturday till 6. And most of all, new attitude. You'll love dealing with the friendly people at Techstar. If you don't buy from us, it won't be because of the price. Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury, Stephenville. Health Focus Foods would like to show your athlete how to get maximum performance through supplementation. We help boys and girls in all sports to have more endurance, increased performance, stronger bones, and greater lean muscle mass. Supplementation has been proven in all sports to be a critical part of the young athlete's diet, helping your children the same way we would help ours. Come by and see Mike for the best selection, best prices at Health Focus Foods. Monday through Friday, 9 to 7, Saturday, 9 to 6, Sunday, 1 to 5.
Welcome back, Pennington Field. The Broncos have scored 14 points in less than about 3 minutes.
Look down on the sideline. There's some stretching going on by a 5, a 46. I think you're going to get your prayer answered. But
I think some of our starters are fixing to come back into the football game. With trailing only up by 20 points with 5 minutes to go, and the Broncos scoring 14 points in about 3 minutes.
Well, especially with an onside kick coming up right here.
Getting set for the onside kick is Jennings. Jennings will pooch it, and it will be fair caught by Cardwell at the 27-yard line, and that's where Stephenville will start 1st and 10, their own 27. And let's see if Kellen Luker comes back into the ball game at quarterback. I think he is. He's standing right next to Art Briles, and he is. Kellen Luker coming back into the game. And I'm sure Art's saying what we were just talking about. Even though, for most purposes, this game is at hand, we better get the starters back in there, move the football, and let's run off some of this clock.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they got a lot of rest here in the second half, and that's all you can ask in a playoff game, to get to rest everybody like that.
Straight ahead handoff for Rosses across the 35 to the 36-yard line. A gain of about 10 on the play, and first unit offensive line back in the ballgame. And you saw the big hole for Rosses. It is just short, I think, of the yardage needed for the first, so officially only 9 on the carry.
Boy, he was quick through that hole, wasn't he? And a good hole it was.
4:37 and counting, 2nd and 1.
I know Coach Briles told that offense before they went out on the field, fellas, I don't want their offense to touch the ball again in this football game.
Well, unless we score in a long run.
Yeah, good point.
Luker under center, 3 backs behind him. Straight a handoff on the left side. Rosses gets the first down, powers his way over the 40 to the 42-yard line. Clock will stop momentarily as Rosses gets 6 or 7 yards on that carry. Rosses in the game, 8 carries, 30 yards.
This drive started on the 28-yard line. I think Coach Briles wouldn't even mind just going down the field 72 yards, stick it in the end zone right at the end of the game.
Jackets with over 140 yards of rushing offense in the game and 312 yards of passing. So about 460 yards right now in the game, 150 yards. Luker, inside trap handoff. Tinklenberg, big running across the 50 down to the 47-yard line.
Go, big fella.
Of Denton, a pickup of about 11 on the play. It is another first down for the Yellow Jackets.
Boy, he's had some great success on that little counter trap, hasn't he, Boots? All day long it's been open for Matt Tinklenberg.
Well, he'll now have 5 carries for 43 yards.
It's one of the bigger days Matt's had in a while.
Stephenville getting very close to that 500 yards rushing, a 500 yards total offense mark. Luker again under center. The one back behind him is Hunter. Handoff over the left side. Hunter trying to get to the sideline. He is in a bunch of trouble. He'll be stacked up all the way back at the 48 to the 49-yard line. A loss of 3 on the play. It'll set up 2nd down and 13.
Let's see. This is a team that had 348 at the half and didn't do a whole lot in the third quarter, Boots. If they're just now getting close to 500, you can tell they didn't do a whole lot in the third quarter, much less the fourth.
462 yards total offense is what I've got them at right now. Kellen, the quick throw out to O'Neal. He was open and he missed him. Boy, Kellen.
Well, he was hit just as he threw the ball, and he wasn't able to step up into the pass.
Sure.
Like he wanted to as the defense came crashing through that time, Boots. And, boy, if he had had another second to throw that football, we might have had 6 points right there.
The Broncos were on an all-out blitz. That's why there was no linebacker support on the coverage of O'Neal, the tight end. If he catches the ball, a lot of running, as you said. Twins to the far side, one to the near side. Luker is in shotgun. The Can fans come to their feet, 3rd and 13. Snap back to Luker, setting up, looking to throw. Still looking, throwing on the flats. Caught by J.W. Bourne, and a first down at the 36-yard line.
Could have been a late hit, but they didn't call it. I think the official was looking at where the ball was spotted, not at the action just out past the out of bounds.
Boy, a bad spot as they will spot him at the 37-yard line. I sure thought that he got farther than that.
Well, the official was going to call for a mark, and they threw the ball in.
Are they not even giving the first down?
Nope. The referee was calling for a measurement, and the back judge threw the ball into the center of the field, so now they got to go for it.
Oh, that's ridiculous. 4th and 1. Handoff over the left side. First down, Jimmy Ferrazas down to about the 37-yard line. And Stephenville misses on another 3rd down conversion. They are 1 out of 10 in the game on 3rd down conversions.
But how are they doing on 4th down?
5 out of 5.
That's great.
Well, that's a weird stat.
So 6 of 10, basically.
How it works out to. 1st and 10 for the Jackets at the 32-yard line is where the actual spot is after that last run. 2:28 and counting.
Boy, look at that defense for Denton. They are
tired.
They
now,
are very tired.
Evan is back in the game, and that may have been for Art Briles just enough to get this one done. Handoff over the right side is right inside the 30, flags down to the 27-yard line. This will probably be a hold as the Jackets have sent their second team unit back into the game.
Not a lot of penalties in this game, Boots, and boy, I like to see that. Again, this is an officiating crew that has seen Stephenville play, and that helps.
Holding against Stephenville, 10-yard penalty.
Only the 3rd penalty in the game. Remember, we were well into the 2nd quarter before the first penalty was called.
We'll wait on the ball to be set after they mark off the penalty. John, look at the scoreboard.
Crud.
Oh, crud. I just got it. They just wrote, oh, crud, up on the scoreboard. That is great. That tops it all. Boy, folks at Pennington Field, take care of the KSTV Sports crew. That is without a doubt. Back up to the 39-yard line is where the ball is marked back. It'll be first down at about 18. Inside handoff goes to Tinkleberg. He gets to about the 37-yard line.
Well, if the referee plays his cards right, this one should be over.
1:44 and counting.
All right, he just blows it in at a 1:40.
1:36 and counting. They can get down to about 1:15.
That'd be 2nd down. Yeah, this one should be over. Shouldn't have to turn the ball over.
2nd and 14 for the Jackets, leading 48-28 over Denton here late. Evatt under center. Evatt on a keeper. Evatt will try to come back, and he'll be dumped back at the 40, a loss of 4 on the play. And, boy, this is really hurting our total yardage.
Yeah. Well, they're going to be a little below the average, Boots, for the first time in a number of weeks. They're going to be held under 500, or close to it anyway.
Well, 300 and how many yards in the first half?
348.
And they have about 100 in the total second half.
They're going to call a timeout. Denton's going to call a timeout.
Denton will call a timeout. 3rd and 19 to go. If they're going to call a timeout, let's send Luker in.
No,
we'll take a timeout with him. Back in 30 seconds on KSTV.
Whether on or off the field, success requires focus, knowledge, and action. At Investment Centers of America, we focus on your goals, offer you our cumulative knowledge of investments, and recommended actions that fit your objectives. We enjoy being your coach, but you're the quarterback. After all, it is your money. Investment Centers of America, Town and Country Bank Building, Stephenville. Investment Centers of America. We know the territory.
Once again, it's time for us to show our support for Yellow Jacket football. That means a lot of traveling. The The all-new 99 Chevy Silverado pickup will get you there safely, in comfort, and in style. I invite you to stop by and see our staff about this all-new Chevy truck. And when you do, you will meet a staff that genuinely cares about you and your family. We consider ourselves family and encourage you to do the same. From all of our staff to you, travel safely and go Jackets!
The difference between parents and children is that children are the ones without a care in the world. Keeping them carefree and protected is the reason you get life insurance for yourself. And when you call your State Farm agent, you'll get life insurance from a company that has always received the highest possible ratings for financial strength. So call today and help make sure that your kids will get to be kids for just as long as they please. State Farm understands life.
Welcome back to action. 53 seconds remaining. Denton took the timeout. They have 2 timeouts remaining, trailing Stephenville by 20 points. It's 48-28.
Well, Stephenville can throw a pass and get a first down. If you're going to play that way, let's go ahead and make the first down and get it over with.
Trips to the near side, twins to the far side. Evan is under center. Straight drop for Evan. Looking to throw the deep fade pattern up for Douglas. This is way over everybody's head and out of bounds. So that will stop the clock, and it'll be 4th down, and Stephenville will be forced to punt with 48 seconds.
No, they'll probably just go for it. They've been pretty successful for 4th down conversions today.
But the punt crew does come out.
Well, you don't want to run your average 5 for 5. Ooh. Well, you may get the ball back, and you're going to have a long way to go and a short time to get there.
Jackets missing some personnel, aren't they, on the punt crew? 1, 2.
Oh, they're there.
They do have 11 on the field. Evan stands at his own at the 50-yard line waiting to snap. Kick is away. High spiraling pooch kick that hits at the 20 and bounces inside to about the 15, to the 14, down to the 13.
Flag on the near side.
Flag, was it on the sideline?
Right here in front of Stephenville.
I thought I saw a flag. 39 seconds.
Did the clock not run?
It is. What was that called?
Only 4 seconds ran off the clock. Wasn't there 43 seconds when that play started?
Yes. And there was a lot of time while the ball was rolling. Illegal procedure against Stephenville.
Yeah, make us kick it again.
And this time let's roll more than 4 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there.
48-28 Stephenville on top of Denton. It has not been a pretty second half, but I think Art was just trying to do whatever it took to get out of here.
Yeah, I think you're right. And, I mean, this thing could have been 70 or 80 to nothing. I mean, really, it could.
And the ball boy for Stephenville runs into the side judge and falls to the ground.
Makes a great play on the ball, though.
Never loses the football. Did you notice that?
I think they may throw it long again.
Morgan under center. Handoff over the left side and stacked up at the line of scrimmage, and then he'll escape out to the 27-yard line is Ian Gaines. 30 seconds and counting.
Well, Stephenville will advance.
They'll play 7 o'clock Friday night, Texas Stadium next week.
Right after, I guess that's like turkey leftovers there, isn't it?
Regional semifinal game. Ooh, we'll be full. Play action. Morgan looking to throw, trying to throw the deep ball, in some trouble, and he'll be sacked all the way back to the 20-yard line. Gordon Carroll getting a sack, and that will run out the time in the ball game. Your final score, Stephenville 48, Denton 28. Stephenville advances to the regional semifinal. They are your Class 4A Region 1 Division 2 area champion.
Okay, area championship going to Stephenville, 48-28. Coach, your assessment of the game.
Oh, great football game. I mean, we came out and did what we had to do the first half. That's completely dominate them. Then we just kind of, cruised through the second half. But it was a great team win. I thought we played well in all areas of the game and had a great fan support. And, we're moving on. That's all you worry about in the playoffs. You just, live to play another week. Fortunately, we got to do that today.
You had one player hurt early in the ball game. Is he going to be okay?
Well, we hope so. It's a Derek Haney. We hadn't really got the full analysis of his injury yet, but we're all praying for him. And we think he's going to be fine. I think he just did something to his back there, so I'm really not sure about what it's going to be.
All right, let's look ahead now. What, Pampa or an El Paso school? Any preference?
Well, no, not really. I mean, we're just glad we're the one they're playing. I know they're playing right now, and we're playing next Friday at Texas Stadium at 7 o'clock. So we've done what we had to do so far. We just need to keep going.
And that's got to be pretty special for the kids to play at Texas Stadium.
Yes, it is, and that's something that we're really excited about. We're getting to go up there, and it's a big-time atmosphere, but we got a big-time team, too.
All right, congratulations.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, Art Briles, the head coach of Stephenville High School. 48-28 your final. We'll see you at Texas Stadium. So long, everyone.